be released unconditionally. Oyendu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, must be released sooner than later so that he shall continue on the path to the restoration of the kingdom of Biafra on earth. Biafra for us is not just a name. Biafra is our identity. Biafra is our heritage. And of course, Biafra is a religion to most of us. And it is only Chukwu Abiyama who alone is worthy of praise and worship, Elohim, the Almighty Creator. It is only to him that we bow down our heads, and unto him we kneel and bow our knees. Into his hand I commit our leader in the Mazinano. May Chukwu Abiyama hasten that he will rejoin us sooner than later. May Chukwu Abiyama strengthen him. May Chukwu Abiyama cover him under his protective wings and grant him wisdom as he granted Solomon. And upon all of us who are standing in for him at this very moment, I also ask Chukwu to grant us wisdom to do what is right. I ask Chukwu to grant us wisdom to walk in truth and in all honesty according to the oath we have taken for this trust. And I ask Chukwu to guide our feet properly and lighten our path, that we may lead the Biafran people in all truth, in all honesty, towards the restoration of our sovereign nation, Biafra. I wish to say from me, from here, thank you, great Biafrans, and good night to all of you. Thank you.
Only one young boy on our fight for Godling de Befama Oto Sigotia. On I young Oto se mem de Befa, Adroman and move and Mebu, na Pasherika, do Boda. One Kuzi Castle, woman Castle, and Ekuna. Now, eventually, we know Nande government in Nigeria, Jejide demand, we believe, we Koega, we Tuniananga. Ndia Osa, Ndine Biru. The Fulani, even government. Now, come on, federal government go make the if I get a group see cholofa cattle root uzo if I get saga open a family ecosia rice ecosia hataya anyway and secondary compensation. If any government in the Bible is to defend them. Government has never, federal government has never come out to condemn yet the Fulani has never. Why? Because Nabi the Fulani then Boko Haram get it go away before we declare Boko Haram terrorist organization. Ha make it the law, make it the book, take it over local government. Maybe before I went up, even one of the Fulani people they protect it of a today. They still protect their own. Oh yeah, but neji den di Boko Haram neji there elebefa na ofu facility then warfare nenefa bread na tea bido skuzel fa akwụkwọ 6 months ga ekpopụtafa yinyefa uniform say ha foto wepụtara anya anyị na-ekili fa ebe ha si uniform Boko ejide ndị a na-egbu mmadụ na-egbutọsị mmadụ asị na radicalize gofa then ekpolu for them ever send their for obodo oyibo ka fajeje go akwụkwọ ewelzo ndị ọzọ kwe fa na Nigerian army say ha jee na army ka jere n'ụbazọ ha adịgo mma ha abrozi na ha echegharịgo otu aka esi handle fa the same Nigerian government jide ndị IPOB ede ndị IPOB anwụ ha zam anwụ ha na cell ndị akpọgburu akpọgbu ndị nri afọ ebe ya edebe apịtị atụ ha n'ime apịtị.
The more we fight together, together, the more we fight together, then stronger we shall be. The more we fight together, the more we fight together, and stronger we shall be.
Rising soul, rising soul.
Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Believe it or leave it, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. We've been crying, the world claim not to hear. And we've been lamenting, the world claim not to hear. Our tears flow, the world claim not to see. And our blood flow, the world claim not to see. This is a crime, oh no, against humanity, oh no, yeah, this is a crime. Eritrea spoke up, they were given independence. South Sudan spoke, they were given independence. Namibia spoke, they were given independence. Give me the reason my people got to be neglected. Give me the reason my people got to be rejected. Give me the reason our freedom got to be a crime. Give me the reason our own freedom got to be denied. Hey, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. I tell you what, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Hey, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Believe it or leave it. Oh no. Oh. serious war. That was physical battle. And we're betrayed by the people them trust. Today heroes are fighting. This is a spiritual battle. Let us unite and give Biafra a meaning. If we don't take time, we can remain in this life. No freedom of speech, no freedom of expression, no freedom of worship, no freedom of religion. Justice denied. Of my own very people. Yeah. Justice denied. Yeah. On the rising sun. Yeah. Justice denied. Oh, my freedom fighter. Yeah. What is so bad? My people wanna be liberated. What is so bad? My people wanna be independent. What is so bad? My people wanna be alone. This is the time we will make it known to the world. Hey, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. I tell you what, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Hospitality, positive, education, positive, economic, positive, hospitality. I tell you what, positive. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. I tell you what, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Hey, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. My people will cry. Biafrans will cry. My people are suffering. Oh, Biafrans are crying. Yeah. Hey, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. My people will cry. Biafrans will cry. My people are suffering. Oh, Biafrans are crying. Positive, economic, positive, hospitality. I tell you what, positive. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Biafra is the only hope of Africa.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olo province of Biafra land. We are here live and direct. We are here live and direct today, being the 12th day of September in the year of our Lord 2021. I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra Hausa service, coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. Our leader remains Mazi Nnamdi Okuchukwu Kano, who is in the enemy territory, but he must be released. I say MUST must be released unconditionally, because he is extraordinarily rendition is illegal. Nigeria committed international offense, international crime against our leader, against IPOB. Do not forget that, please. Our leader was never arrested and extradited as being falsely, told by different media organizations. Is a deliberate act of misinformation, misreporting. That is what it is. They know what they are doing. Our leader was extraordinarily renditioned. That is kidnapping, international kidnapping, to a third country that he is not holding their passports. That is what happened. Therefore, do not be deceived. Make no mistake about it. Our leaders stay in the hands of the Nigerian government is illegal. It's a crime. And he must be released unconditionally. That is it. We are not begging. No. We don't beg for our rights. We take our rights. That is, it's our right. It's our human right. That is it. Therefore, please welcome your friends and your siblings, your family members, everybody, even your foes, your enemies, to today's edition of Radio Biafra Hausa service, coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. Today is the 12th day of September 2021. Let us pray. The Lord, the God of our ancestors, we have once again gathered in this hallowed platform in order to do the needful, to propagate enlightenment. Behold our leader in the hands of our enemies. You sent him to do what he's doing in order to bring light in the darkest part of this world, this planet Earth, in that British business empire called Nigeria. There are many forces that are against the truth, against light. The forces of darkness, they are fighting, but there is no way darkness can defeat light, because light shines in darkness and darkness will never comprehend it. Behold those that are complicit in this extraordinary rendition of our leader. Deal with them decisively, destroy them and their families, their generations, that no good thing will come out of their generation. Be with our leader. Continue giving him that audacity, because you sent him. And we know that there is no way you can leave him, you can abandon him. Behold those that are making problems, seeking for creating problems in IPOB. Deal with them decisively. Many people, some people are in this struggle with one ambition or the other from the main focus. Father, expose them so that they will be dealt with decisively. Thank you, Chukwu Kiabiama, for in your name we pray. He say, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra Hausa service, coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. Today is the 12th day of September 2021, being Sunday. We are live and direct. Do not forget that on the 14th, in the next 2 days, that is on Tuesday, we are going to remember the saboteurs by locking down Biafra land as usual. The impostor, their managers, they understand the message. You know what happened in Imo State? Hope Uzodinma tried everything in order to launder his rotten, imageless image, because he's a criminal. Hope Uzodinma, to be honest with you, is a pure direct criminal. Direct one. Not even, is a criminal. You know, there is something that baffles me in that zoo called Nigeria. People that are, it is only criminals that can make it to the top political echelon. Only criminals. If you are not a criminal, you cannot make it. But the type of hope Uzodinma, he is a pure, he is killing our people. He thought that as far as he's being put there, he's being supported. You see what he did? He gave money, charter, all these aboki everywhere in Imo State, and they come. So that they will say Imo youths. But we know there is no way a government can can defeat the people. It is practically impossible. Capital, impossible. A government can never defeat its own people. Do you know we are the people? We are everywhere. We are everywhere at every time. But the so-called government, or those in governing positions, they are not everywhere. They rely on dishing out money. Do you know why they loot money? One of the reasons is to bribe people to consolidate their power. Let me tell you one thing. People like Joseph Stalin, he thought that he's going to be the king of the whole world, that he's going to live forever. He suppressed the people. He killed until, he cannot even trust his own, I don't know. Nobody around him he can trust. He became jittery, practically jittery. But one day he just died. Somebody that don't think that he will ever die. He died. He's gone. Russia continues existing. Russians are there existing. The same thing in Romania. Ceausescu, practically a king. If you talk against him, you disappear. Because he has secret police everywhere, even in the families. A husband can report his wife. A wife can report his husband for talking against the president that is far away in his presidential palace. But in 1989, what happened? The people revolted. It takes one thing just for people to rise up. Once the people rise up, there is nothing you can do. The man and his wife, those people that thought that they were invincible, they were captured by the people. And they were sentenced to death by the people. And if you watch their documentary, how they were being cut into pieces, him and the wife. They were shattered with bullets. I think the same day they were sentenced to death. No need of wasting time, because he himself was thinking that he can. There is, according to their age, power. How do you call it? How do you say it? Absolute power intoxicates. Absolutely, or something like that. It is one thing to be in power, and it is another thing to be a human being in power. Because once people think they are in position of power, they think that they are another being. Let me tell you one thing. When you watch even the entourage, people following, cars following, the impostor, they call Buhari, and other African presidents, you wonder. You wonder. Do you know the reason why Europeans, they don't behave as Africans in power? Because of enlightenment. Every time I used to say this, our leader continued hammering on this. The problem with black people is in the brain. To achieve the level of civilization of the Europeans, it's not an easy thing. You know, baboon, orangutan, you give him AK-47. Oh God Almighty, he's uncontrollable. He thinks that he's on top of the world. That is what is happening in Nigeria. Ordinary governor, that governors shouldn't even have no police escort. No. Because these are governors. These are governors that with the people, with the people always. Just like mayors. If they are working for the people, why should they be this long entourage, police, military? No. Because they believe that they are in another world. You know, the type of Biafra we are clamoring for is a Biafra whereby the political positions will be highly unattractive. Do you understand what I mean? Highly unattractive. People, you will tell somebody, say, please go and represent us now in be the senator. He will say, for what? Me, I have my job. I'm taking care of my job. I don't want to die of high blood pressure. That is the type of country we are yearning for. Because when you go there, you have to work. Any politician, any person in a political position will be there just because he wants to make policies or he wants to contribute to making policies that will better the lives of the people. And it's not going to be easy. Look at in IPOB. You see criticism. Just watch. Because all these things gives you a taste of how Biafra is going to be. That is why sometimes I just sit down and start laughing. Well, Chike does him. He didn't come out 5 times a day in order to address Biafra. He did it. That is the type of Biafra we are yearning for. So that when you come, you didn't perform, people's mouth will rise up. You will run away. Even one day you will just disappear and run away from office and say, I beg, I don't want again. That is the type of Biafra we are yearning for. Look at Nigeria. Once somebody becomes a local government chairman, first of all, he will call the pastor. They will celebrate in the church and in the village that God have answered their prayers. That God have finally remembered them. Him and his cronies, his friends, family and friends. Why does he have to, go for testimony? Because he's not going to work for the people. He will not be accountable to the people. He is going to be there to steal, to loot, to make money. That is why he will thank God through the churches. He will thank his goodness. That God has finally remembered them. In order to loot, one contract is enough to, only one contract is signed, is enough to build him a house in Dubai. Get him a house in Dubai. So why wouldn't he thank God? And that is why flood is carrying people's homes and properties all over Biafra land. No remedy. The money that is should be allocated to all these infrastructures are being sheared up. It don't even land on the ground. Up. They have their godfathers that have percentage. Have you seen where somebody allocation, taxes and allocations for a state? Somebody at the background have so percentage. Sometimes I look at Nigeria, I say, God, why not nuke Nigeria so that everybody will perish, include everybody? Because I have been saying this is a waste of space before God and man, particularly Nigeria. People are evil to the extent they become numb. They look at, I don't know, everybody is religious, both the traditionalists, Muslims, Christians, other religions. Everybody is fanatical in religion, but people are criminals. No person is honest because the system makes it so. If you are honest, you cannot make it. You cannot live in Nigeria. That is the truth. You can never do business in Nigeria. You can never survive in Nigeria. But everybody is religious. When you talk about religion, you see mouth or now what people know, but you see the character, you see there is nothing. Once you bring money, something about money contract, they become demons. I don't understand. Sometimes it baffles me. I don't understand. I say, God, is this not the religion that other people use, even in bettering their own lives? Why is this? I never really understand. I never understand. Today is Sunday. Go to Biafra land. Everywhere is church. Clapping and singing. Casting out demons, this and that. Everywhere. But everybody you are casting out demons, they are the demons. You see people, but simple truth they cannot tell you. Once it comes, what is the essence of religion? Is to live in harmony with your neighbor. Is to make sure that laws are respected. It is to make sure that righteousness reigns in this planet Earth between one person and his neighbor. Because there is no religion that teaches you to kill your neighbor. Never. But in Nigeria, it doesn't. They only profess in the mouth. Practically everybody is a naked wire. You don't dare. Everybody. I say everybody as far because the system. Because of the system. Sometimes you don't blame the people because the system is like that. It becomes a culture. It becomes a tradition, the norm of the day, in order to behave like animals. Because if you don't behave like animals, you cannot make it. That is the reason why Shell, Halliburton, all these international companies, once they come in Nigeria, they do their business in a very rugged and rotten way because of the Nigeria system. But in Iceland, they respect the system. They became angels. All these companies you're seeing, because of the law of the land, because of the tradition of the land, because of the system of the land. But once they come to Nigeria, anybody that comes, look at the diplomats in Nigeria. Once they come, they are welcome. Their welcome statement is a bribe. Oh boy, welcome. This is Nigeria. Where things work in a different way. We are not in this world. We are in our own world. These are the jargon, the slangs they use. Therefore, it's not as you think it. Nigeria is another place. Your $1 million or $2 million is waiting for you cash. This is so horrible. Therefore, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Okuchukwu Kanu. who is extraordinarily renditioned in the hands of our enemies, but he must be released. And do not forget the Biafra Women Mega Rally coming up in London on the 29th, 30th of September and the 1st of October 2021. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra Nation now. Do not forget. We must continue in what we are doing. Do not allow yourself to be deceived. Do not allow yourself to be distracted. Because there are many people that have been released, just like wild beasts being released. You know, we have had this before. This is not our first experience. Once our leader is kidnapped, you'll see many wild beasts rising up from their dens in order to deceive as many as they could. Let me tell you, IPOB is as constant as morning star. We are going in the right direction. The last lockdown in Biafra land, it speaks volumes. Somebody wrote in Biafra land, before you make your agenda, how there's a way he put it. Before you put an agenda in Biafra land, please check for IPOB calendar. There's a way he put it. Do you understand? Because it can backfire. Because IPOB have the final say. That is how it. Before you fix date for any program henceforth, kindly check IPOB calendar. Because IPOB have the final say. That is how it. Before you fix date for any program henceforth, kindly check IPOB calendar. Because IPOB have the final say. That is how it. Before you fix date for any program henceforth, kindly check IPOB calendar. Because IPOB have the final say. That is how it. Before you fix date for any program henceforth, kindly check IPOB calendar.
I tell you what, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Yeah. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Believe it or leave it. Oh no. Oh.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. All of a sudden, I don't know, it's from the system. I don't understand. It went blank and came back. So that is why the repetition. But we must continue. As I was saying, what is happening in Nigeria is despicable. It is something, sometimes you look at it, you say, why are human beings still in this primitivity? Do you know the reason why the Europeans, they are on top? Do you know the reason? They were able to overcome their ego, personal ego. They were able to overcome their personal selfish interests. Do you understand? Because they were able to overcome their selfish interests. You know, to overcome your selfish interest, it's not an easy job. Now, you have to go for collectivity, collective interest. Jettisoning your selfish interest to go for collective interest is the hardest thing to do. That is selflessness. That is what our leader Mazi is doing. The Europeans, they have to undergo that type of enlightenment that made them to start reasoning. They foresee or foresaw that selfish interests will lead them nowhere. Just like what is happening in our land. Where is selfish interest leading us as Biafrans, as Ndibo? Where? To your tent, O Israel. As we are scattered all over the world. Now you make your personal money, you come, you build your house, buy your generator, dig your borehole, you know, everything you put it. Your neighbors around, all of them, there is darkness in the night, everywhere darkness, only you. The other person will say, I want to be like this person. Okay, he will run away and travel. But we have not considered collectivity. Do you understand? The highest mistake, as our leader continues repeating, we made is stopping the civil war. If you say some people that, you know, some people they can try to counter. You don't stop in your ideology. It is, you know, it shows no seriousness that you are having double mind. Do you know why we are suffering today? Why we are still clamoring? Because we stopped. We stopped. That stopping gave our enemies the chance they needed in order to implant. They train saboteurs, they make saboteurs model in our land, models. So that growing up children that are growing up, they take saboteurs as their role models. Do you understand? When I say this, I don't know, many people might misunderstand me. You don't stop in ideology. That is why some people fought for independence or for liberation, for freedom, for more than 50 years. They continue fighting. Anyway, they don't stop. Even if they do peace, this and that, others will continue from behind, anywhere, in the bush, anywhere, continue fighting for the same thing. That is an ideology. But in our own case, in 1970, we are deceived. We allow ourselves to be deceived. 3R, rehabilitation, reinstallation, regeneration. Oh, one Nigeria, we go back to one Nigeria. To start, now the Fulani Caliphate took that opportunity with the British expert advice to make sure that they rose saboteurs to become role models in our land, and that is what we are suffering today. That time people will be saying, okay, we are fighting for survival, everybody to attend to Israel. But they didn't have the future thinking of what in the next 50, 60 years as of today, how are we going to be like? Today we are seeing the repercussion. We are seeing the repercussion of, and we start afresh to fight, to restart what we stopped before 1970. That is why some people, some Oyibo, some white people, you tell them about Biafra, they say, so this, are you still existing? Because they believe that we have all been slaughtered, because they didn't hear about it any longer. Oh, Chukwugozie, our leader Mazi, who came and continue preaching on ideological consistency. If you cannot understand this unless you have internal spiritual mindset, spiritual sight, you will understand what he means. Ideological consistency. This is what we lack. They pushed us into financial consistency. Money making consistency. Oh God Almighty. And today we are suffering it. And now we remembered our mistakes. That is why we are trying to correct it. That is why today, instead of anything, we are fighting. We are first of all trying to rid ourselves of saboteurs, which are the saboteurs in our land now are more plenty than even the real people. I'm telling you honestly. This is a mistake. It's just like when they persecuted Christians and they say, okay, now we are no more Christians, we are this and that. They remove Christianity. Only to start it about 100 years later. It cannot happen. By that time, everything has been scattered. You don't stop. Ideology, you don't stop it. Look at people like Colonel Madiebo, a great man. Do you know that he's still alive? Nobody hears about him. People, because they made those real human beings. They relegated those people. Those are our heroes. We are relegated to the background that we don't even know. We didn't know that they exist any longer. Hi, God. Our leaders say even if it takes 1,000 years, we continue this fight. We will wear our enemy out. The other day, the Catalonians, they celebrated their, independence? Which Biafrans were there, I think yesterday. Can you imagine the state of Spain? Spain is a developed country. But the Catalonians, they are still trying to get away from the men's Spain. Don't you think about it? Don't you think about it? Whenever you're aware of life, your culture, your tradition is threatened. You are aware your values are threatened. You don't, as a human being or as human beings, you don't have no option than to fight, to revolt. In our own case, we are watching Kurukuru. Our way of life have been threatened. Fulani headsmen that we didn't know who they were. They are now being allowed, given, lion's share of our land. Telling us cock and bull stories in the name of one Nigeria. Destroying our farms. The strangers have taken over our own land. Chineke. In the name of Nigerian politics. And all we do is to cry. Oh, crying, oh, crying. Sometimes when I look the way our people behave sometimes, I become annoyed. There is this report in Enugu, which I think he broke it, about how they are trying to punish, through few people, they are trying to punish marketers, traders in the market for obeying sit-at-home order the other day. Now they have to be going from shop to shop, taxing them $1,500. When I heard the story, I said, look, we have a problem. I'm not talking about the people that are doing this, the governor doing that, this and that. But I'm talking about the population, the people. You will see that the people that are doing this are maybe 50, 100 of them, or less, few people. The people they are doing this, the traders, they are in there maybe 100,000 people or more. And you will see them, each and every one of them, they are complying, or they will be complaining individually. You see some people will go at the back, secretly settle, let my 500 happen in my shop. Okay. Giving these bad people the audacity to continue what they are doing. And I say, because people are saying, oh, where is ESN? Where is IPOB? Come on, can't the people organize themselves and revolt, even in the market? If people come out spontaneously, say, no, enough of this, don't you know that it solved the problem immediately? Our people, we should know how to organize ourselves, cooperative. We lack it, and that is primitivity. I used to say this. That is primitivity. Do you understand? Do you know civilization? One of the main factors of, or how do you know civilized people, is when you see evil or injustice being done to somebody. Now people will rally around the person. Do you understand me? People, other people that it doesn't concern them will come out because they have to fight that injustice. It doesn't matter who is the victim. Their ability to organize themselves under, just like Black Lives Matter. How does it? It ricocheted all over the world. But it was started in the community. In a place, people rise up and say, no. People were coming down from their houses everywhere saying, no, this is evil. This is not good. How you killed it, both black and white. No, this is not good. That is how things happen. That is how revolt starts. But our people, what I see in our people, when they see that evil, this one will go, oh boy, pray. He will need to start praying. Call his pastor. There's something happening here. Please pray so that it doesn't touch me. So that it will bypass me. Any evil, jump and pass. And their pastor will say, okay, once it will not touch you, don't worry. Just be inside there. Don't go out. Don't follow them. Oh, you are separate. Don't follow them. Now, so each and every one of them will hide. Now they will go secretly at the back. I beg, let me settle. Let him know. All of them will try to maintain themselves into living in that injustice. Trying to work hard so that that thing doesn't touch them personally. Do you know what? That is pure primitivity. Instead of coming out spontaneously. Sometimes I say, God, when is this thing how are our people going to understand this? In a market, people will be coming, oh yeah, give us money. You didn't. They will see a shop. Maybe even they will slap the owner of the shop. Or yeah, bring, if you talk. Others will say, oh boy, nah, don't talk to them now. Keep quiet. Oga, me wanna take a easy, Oga. Okay, Oga, okay, make we negotiate. Oga, sir. Our people have been subjugated into siren everything. I'm telling you honestly. Instead of people, to rise up in that market, more than 100,000 people close their market and come out and say, no, boys, so yeah, it cannot happen. We not go agree. We not go agree. They pursue these people. From there, they will march even direct to the governor's office and say, this thing, it cannot happen. We are the owners of the land, not you. But every time, one by one, they will be picking them one by one. So one will go and at the back and settle. Nah, oh boy, no make noise, settle. Tomorrow now, our pastor, he said we shouldn't fight. The Bible say, and they will put themselves into oblivion. It is very sad. It is very sad. Sometimes we have to react like human beings. At least humans. At least. Mainstream humans. Not every time willing. People, spontaneity can... I saw a video. The people that we have been the northerners, Fulani boys that we have been gathered, to welcome the presidency, the impostor, when they were going back. Because they couldn't give them no more ride, no bus ride. They were taking. The person making the video, they were saying, look at, all of them are booking. Imo youths, they were calling them, sarcastically. Imo youths. And you see that they are all northerners. They are all northerners. Now, it occurred to me, I started thinking, I said, imagine in the street of Castina, maybe a president that is hated in the north now came, and you see Southerners, mostly Igbos, have been churned out from Sabongari. Say, okay, come. They hire them, they go and welcome the president, do everything. Now, after everything, they were going back, and you see the Fulani people be hailing them. To God who made me, they will all rise up and attack them on the streets. All these small things, this is why they are being referred to as superior. They are taking, because they know that they get out, they come to your land, they impose on you. I know that it is with the help of the states. Yeah. But we should be making effort. I can make an effort. At least, Guru, you cannot tell me the reason why some people in a marketplace, they will be telling them to come and pay, enforcing, otherwise I close your shop. In a market of more than 100,000 people, and people one by one will be shouting, hey, why not people descend on them spontaneously? What are they going to do? Imagine when 50,000, let me be just 50,000 people descend on just 100 people. Imagine. Wouldn't they run? From there, that is how protests began. From there, they will march to the governor's house, saying, no, we cannot do this. Imagine the policemen, they see 100,000 people. Do you know what is the meaning of 100,000 people? As they are going on the street, others are joining them. Imagine marching. Say, no, this thing we cannot agree. We are the owners of the land. All the Kwegu, honestly. All these things used to make me understand why black people, mostly Biafrans, do you know that more than 30% of the slaves, according to statistics, is reality. More than 30% of the slaves, the transatlantic slaves to the Americas, they are Biafrans, mostly Igbos. Do you know that? Now I start understanding. Because many of our people, they prefer to live under slavery and make money. They acclimatize themselves to the system, living under. Now, that is why we can live anywhere. Just go there, beg. You see, he will convert that slavery, although he's under bondage, it doesn't worry him. As far as he is making some money, making a living out of it. Our people should know how to fight, rise up, boldly, spontaneously, not individually even, rise up in order to fight evil as a people. That is what makes Europe what it is today. Because they broke the power of selfishness. They broke the grip. You know, selfishness have grip. Only I'm looking for what me and my children, me and my family will eat till you die. That is why in our land today, we don't have provision for people, old people that don't even have siblings to take care of them. No person talks about them. Before you know, they will be said, they will be taken as and these are witches. And they will die miserable deaths. Look at how wicked. And we are religious. Sometimes now, if you talk about religion in my side, the way I will put with venom. When I talk to you with venom, you'll understand really that I'm mad about it. Because I don't know why. Why all these things? Why all these evils? The Europeans, they were able to overcome their selfishness. Now they put things together, put laws that doesn't know about anybody. And they curb their selfishness. One time a minister in France, he resigned just because he threw a birthday party that they ate lobster. You know lobster? Big crayfish. Which they deem costly for his standard. I think I've said it in this program. And the journalist says, oh boy. So as a minister, you have to throw a feast and they put lobster and the wine that is more costly than the usual thing. They say, oh boy, the man have to honorably resign. He resigned. He said, I beg. That is the type of country we want. If it is in our land, in Nigeria, once they see, it is only in Nigeria you see senators, politicians coming on Facebook and Twitter, exhibiting their riches, their ill-gotten riches, exhibiting luxurious cars. I never see this in any part of the world. I'm telling you honestly. And you see people typing, I tap your blessing. Oh, this man. If you make any other contrary comment, they'll say, you are jealous. I better go and make your money. Sometimes I say, God, what the problem we are having is in us. It's in us. The way we reason, we need to change it. Sometimes I want to be like God so that to change people's mentality immediately. Because the way we think is fundamentally flawed. Honestly speaking. You see a minister in a developed country where you know if they give you a visa to there, you go to the church to do testimony. But a minister, he resigned because of he served the salad with big crayfish there. And the demon said, no, it's too exorbitant. Can you imagine it now? Just imagine. You see people in senators, politicians in our land, they are showcasing publicly their ill-gotten money, showing the houses, everything, their luxurious cars, private jets, and people are praying, God, let me be like this man. Oh, I tap to you a blessing. Oh, I bless God for you. Oh, if you tell people that, look, this is not the way it should be. They say, oh, you are jealous. Envy go kill you. Make you not go make your money. May you go make your contact and be like him. And you will be alone thinking, say, look, when are we going to be like this? You know, sometimes, I'm telling you before God and man, sometimes some of us, I try to forget, say, look, let me live like other people, not seeing all these things. But I won't. I can't. And not I won't. I can't. When people are living, doing just like I got only go, nothing make this and that. Yeah, I can't. I will be seeing all these things. I say, God, why are you tormenting me with seeing all these things now? Let me be blind so that I will live like others. Eh? We must continue. And I see that, we are born to do this. Honestly speaking, we are born to do this. If you see any genuine hardcore Biafran that is serving with all his mind before God and man, check his history. He is born to do this. It's not, we are not making mouth, no, because we are doing it voluntary. Do you understand? It's a voluntary service. We are doing it because you want to be among those that at least history will remember that, they follow in correcting this mindset of our people, in changing it to positivity. That is the only thing that matters. That is the only thing. When you go to a funeral, I don't know why I'm taking time, but it is worth it. Whenever you go to a funeral, you see people reading eulogy. What do they call it? All these praises. Sometimes I tell myself, so it's only good people are only dead people. He's a good person. He's a this and that. I say, okay. No person have come to say, we come and say, he made so. He know how to make money. He made the so money the other day. And he made millions the other day. And no. What people used to talk about the dead person is the legacy he or she left, nothing more. What you gave out, that good quality in you, that is what people see, is nothing more. It's not about money. Now, why can't we learn? It's a pity. Honestly, it's a pity. I will go straight to the topic of my submission, which I will not take time because I've taken time already, about 50-something minutes now. But it's worth it because I've not spoken since 2 days now, honestly. And I need to. It's because of my personal engagements. If I try, no way. But we must continue. That is where the zoo pushes us into. You must work hard. You must look for what you and your children will eat. It's very big pity. Sometimes, honestly speaking. How can we change our people's mentality so that we come out from this quagmire we are in? You will see princes and princesses. You see scientists, natural doctors, inventors, lavishing. You see them being butchered for nothing. And they take a time, you become sad. Honestly. We must continue. I will not fail to remind you, please stop calling these people the House of Fulani. There is nothing like House of Fulani as a people, please. What we have are the Hausa and the Fulani as different people. Different people. There is nothing like House of Fulani as a people. What they do. I read one article being written by an Hausa man. I'm telling you, that article, very, very compelling. Their eyes are opening. They are repeating what we have been reiterating here on Radio Biafra. That there is nothing like House of Fulani. It is a grand deception. It is a grand deception, nothing more, by the Fulani Caliphate. They manipulated the Hausas and conquered them. Do you know that when Hausa Kingdom fell, Ottoman Danfodio, one of his main policies, he encouraged Fulanis, he brought Fulanis from every nook and crannies of Africa, from the Sahel, to come to Hausa land. He urged them to marry Hausa women. Not even urged, he compelled them. You must marry Hausa women, Hausa girls. Double, multiple. Do you know the reason? To compromise their blood lineage. That is the only thing. To compromise their blood lineage and nothing more. Because he knows that once their blood lineage has been compromised, in the next 30, 40, from next 30, 40, 50 years, the result will be coming. And that is it. They started calling themselves the House of Fulani. That doesn't exist. Today, do you know that they are encouraging Fulanis to marry Igbo girls? Do you know that history is repeating itself? You see an Igbo girl, a Biafran girl, we get a Fulani senator. He will be proud. Oh, he's a politician, because all of them are politicians. They are federal they are into federal politics, nothing more. There is no, they don't have any other thing. It's politics, Nigerian politics. They say it's their natural resource. Politics. They are marrying our women in order to compromise our blood lineage. What are we doing? Where are we? We are seeing things happening in our front. We don't even understand it. So that tomorrow they will be calling themselves the Igbo Fulanis. You know, if we are saying it, you think it's funny. It's not funny. This is a serious issue. Very serious. In the next, we are suffering from what they did to us after the war. Attack. I had tomatoes. You know, many of our women, they are shy. They cannot speak. Some of them, they're being raped. They will not talk. Talk less of now that things now are open. Can you tell who? Why will you tell me who to love and who to marry? Do you see what is killing our people? This is what the Hausas did. And they compromised their blood. And they started calling themselves the House of Fulani, which they are not. And a little Fulani population compromised a very big Hausa race. Isn't it absurd? But you are allowing history to repeat itself. Please. That is one of the things IPOB is trying to put a stop to. Because we must maintain ourselves. That is self-preservation. That is what we are trying to do. Therefore, please, there is nothing like a House of Fulani. What you have are the Hausa and the Fulani. The conquest of Ottoman Danfodio against the Hausas, it brought about this deception, House of Fulani, which they use in order to rally the Hausas around in order to continue doing their dirty job, thinking that they are the same. But today their eyes are opening. I'm telling you, I'm assuring you. The Fulani, they are different. They don't even take you as anybody. Whether you're a Muslim or not. I keep on saying this. What they are doing is Fulanization of Nigeria via Islamization. Fulanization through Islamization. When you hear, they will be telling their people, other ethnicities that are Muslims, they are telling them that, look, it's Islamization. It's good. It's written in Quran that Islam will rule the world. And they will be happy. Yes, kill those infidels. The people they are calling infidels, they are their brothers, but not Muslims. They did the same. They played the same trick against the Hausas. Ottoman Danfodio turned the people against the king. They turned the people against the king. They are Muslims, but he told them that, look, your king is not Muslim enough. Otherwise, why is he having jamboree with non-Muslims? Why is he going to non-Muslim festivals? Why is he raising a national flag instead of raising Allah flag? And he turned the people against themselves. And they thought that they are fighting for God. Little did they know that they are trying to Fulanize them through Islamization. That is what they are doing today. They rally people around through Islamization. They say, oh, we are Islamizing infidels. Once they kill the so-called perceived infidels, now they will turn against the non-Fulanis among them that are Muslims, start killing them, subjugating them, relegating them to the background. Please, you must be wise. You from a Gwari, Nupe, it doesn't matter whether you're a Muslim or a non-Muslim, or be wise. The Fulani, they are not your friends. They are the most nepotistic tribe in Africa. Make your researches about it. The only thing is that they are politically savvy. According to Dr. Adeniyi, they know when to negotiate. They know when to beg. They know when to intimidate or coerce. And they know when to strike. Now in Nigeria, they find out that this is the time for them to deal the final blow, the final strike. Oh, but IPOB is here. Biafrans are here. We never lose our guard. Therefore, stop calling them the House of Fulani. Today, I'm going to talk about the topic that says sacrifice. The topic of my submission today, which is going to be very brief, is sacrifice. I want to speak about sacrifice, please. You know, in a general point of view, when you talk about sacrifice, oh, kill goat, kill cow in order to offer to one deity or the other. And why do you do that? Because it needs blood. In order to appease. Because spirits, they need blood. Whether it's good spirit or bad spirit, they need blood. After all, God told Abraham, kill your son for me. You know? So that is a sacrifice. So something that is being done in order to appease is also sacrifice. Now, the part I'm going, that it is the act of giving up something valued for the sake of other considerations. That is what our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done. And that is the path we are treading, we are following. Sacrifice is the act of giving up something valued for the sake of other considerations. Many personal values are sacrificed in order to maintain freedom in the country. Freedom is kept by fighting against enemies. In wars, you know, when we talk about war, it's not only guns and bullets. When I talk about sacrifice, you know, this sit at home, whenever we declare, IPOB declare sit at home, and you sit at home, you are making a very good, big sacrifice. Because maybe that day you will go and make some money. But you make sacrifice by losing it. That is a very big sacrifice. And why are you doing it? For better tomorrow, for generations coming. That is what I'm going to talk about today. Our leader is in the enemy camp. Is because of the sacrifice. You know, our leader took it as a duty in order to open the eyes of the people, to tell the people the truth. He has said that I am going to destroy Nigeria with nothing but the truth. Because Nigeria is just a pack of lies. Pack of lies. You know, it's just like darkness. Darkness creates illusions. Something you know before, once it is in darkness, you cannot know it again. It will create illusion. I remember when we were small, when we were little in the village. You can be going on a bush path. Maybe around that type of that time. That is dark. Maybe 8, like that. And you see a tree that you've known before, or a flower. Breeze is shaking it. Even you start running, thinking that there is one thing or the other. That is illusion, because it is dark. It's darkness. He's sending you fake image in your brain. That is how illusions work. That is how Nigeria is. Pack of lies. They are putting on something, you know, that you think that, oh, better tomorrow, Nigeria, it will be better. This thing, they have been saying it right from the time we were little. In the 80s, we see here, oh, Nigeria will be better. One Nigeria, we are fighting for the unity of Nigeria. Since that time I was born till today, unity of Nigeria is still what I'm hearing. For better tomorrow. Oh, Nigeria will be better. Oh, the unity of Nigeria is the same thing. Nothing changed. Doesn't that make you to reason, to think, to start having a rethink? When are we going to finish getting one Nigeria, unity of Nigeria first before development? I'm talking about sacrifice, please. Let me tell you, whatever you have been told to do, whatever you are doing in this restoration is a big sacrifice, as I said. People have done it and they got good results. Without sacrificing something, you cannot get nothing. You can't get anything. This world is give and get. Even it is also in the Holy Book. If you give, you receive. Without giving, you can't receive. That is it. Blessed is the hands that give it. That is the thing. It's sacrifice you're making. Let me tell you, let me take you back. In the 50s, in the United States of America, you know, I think in 1955, one woman called Rosa Parks in Montgomery, he caused what they call the Montgomery bus boycotts in the 50s that lasted for 1.5 years in order to protest against the discrimination of blacks in the buses. Because that time, you know what? The white people, mostly in the southern part of the United States, the buses that are going, you know, running, it is divided. The upper front, the upper side, the front side is for, the upper side is for the whites. There are some parts for the blacks. And if the whites side are filled up, black people are required to stand up, even in that their side, to make white people to sit down. And one woman said no. Her name is Rosa Parks. He said no. When the white people, their seats, they were filled up with white men, and some white people entered into the bus, they required, the bus driver announced that, look, black people should rise up so that the whites should can sit down, even in their own side. And they said, the woman, oh, you rise up, it's the law. The woman said, no, I'm not going to do that. And the woman was arrested. And he was fined $10 as of that time. I don't know the value of $10 that time in the 1950s. Maybe it would be, I don't know, in the thousands now. I don't know. Now, these things, Martin Luther King Jr. was a Baptist minister. He took up the challenge about the arrest of the... Listen, what I'm telling you, because when you are hearing it, Martin Luther King Jr. was a pastor. He was a pastor. He was a pastor, but he's a freedom fighter. When he heard about the arrest of the woman, because he refused to give up her seat to the white people, he said no. Now they started campaigning, even in churches. Listen, because when we speak here, sometimes people think that we are castigating Christianity. No, I don't. But I am castigating the pattern of Christianity in Nigeria. Because let me tell you, when you study history, these pastors, churches helped in the fight against injustice in the United States. Some people might be surprised. It is true. Martin Luther King is a pastor. He was a pastor. He was a pastor. He took it upon himself. Now they started, that time there is nothing like internet to the public. They started printing flyers immediately and circulating it in churches, telling people that they should boycott buses. People that have no other means of going to work, their workplaces. But all these things were communicated in churches mostly. Now it's a challenge in our time, in our land today. What are these churches doing? Why aren't they keying in all of them in order to enlighten our people, be a tool of enlightenment in our land? Instead, they go to the path of making money. That is where I find it highly absurd. Do you know that Black Americans in Montgomery, they boycotted the using of bus? It's a form of protest for 1.5 years. Do you know that? People with, instead of, some people might be trekking maybe 10 kilometers to their workplaces. Instead of entering bus, they trek. Maybe before it takes them maybe 20 minutes inside bus in order to reach their work destination from their houses. Maybe they wake by 6 o'clock because then they prepare, waiting before the opening time. They are in their workplaces. But this boycott, this sacrifice is a big sacrifice. They say no. Nothing good comes easy. It's not cheap. Freedom is not cheap. All of them took it as a duty in order to boycott the bosses. Say we are not taking. People started trekking. Black people started trekking. They suffered themselves. That is the sacrifice I'm bringing to you tonight. Let me bring it to our own context today, please. You tell people, because of please don't enter bus, just trek. There are people that maybe goes to work from maybe Oloto Owerri, 20-something kilometers. You tell them to trek, they will tell you Biafra. You see why when you say that, oh, we are crying, international community. Let me tell you one of the reasons why international community don't take us serious. Because they thought that we are not consistent. We are not serious. Or the thing we are doing, we are not serious about it. When we do. If they want to support us, maybe we fall. We forget about it. We go back to negotiate with Nigeria and say, oh, we are one Nigeria. We are going to be rehabilitated. Don't you think that this is the main cause? Excuse me. As I said before, during 1970, that time, people were expecting us to fight more. Just hold on a bit. Is it not freedom you want? Hold on a bit. Instead, we fell into the deception. Not even only that. Pressure from within. Pressure. Odimego Juku, our late general, he suffered. People pressured him. Our people are not ideologically consistent. It's a very big problem. People that we started this agitation first. They are all different countries now. Why? International community, they say, oh, so these people can just jettison all this thing they suffered for. 5 million people are counting. All their deaths were in vain. And we have to go back to our vomit. They say, no, these people are another brood of Homo sapiens that we cannot understand. No need, leave them, let them die, because they are not serious. I'm telling you honestly. Do you understand? Because they know that you have to make that difficult sacrifice. It's not easy. European countries, you are dying to go today. America, you are dying to go today. They made the sacrifices in order to build a civilization, a viable civilization. If you cannot make your own sacrifice to build yours, which means it's not worth it. Black Americans in Montgomery, they boycotted buses, not for one day, not for 1 month, not for 1 year and 6 months. They were trekking. Empty buses will pass them. I know they will be jeering them, oh boy. May ona continue suffer. Ona they suffer. I know even many people will die out of suffering. Some of them would have died. Maybe older people would have died out of the suffering of trekking or one way or the other. But they watch it because they are sacrificing for something better, which they have achieved today. Don't you see that? I brought it to today. If it is us today, they say, okay, stop. Look at the ordinary. Stop eating cow meat. We have been advocating for. How can't I? Now you get my money for me. Now you get my money where I take buy the cow for me. Now because you know if you buy cow, I beg. I go use 10 cows to bury my person. And he will buy it, thinking that he's doing you. No, our people, many of our people are highly primitive. They don't know what it means to fight collectively. We have been advocating to stop buying cows. Stop promoting our killers. You buy cow in order for funeral of your loved person, and tomorrow you'll be crying, oh, they are destroying our farm. So, but you are encouraging them directly. You are encouraging them. When they finish destroying your farm, they bring the cow and you buy big money even, and you say you are wise. You must sacrifice something in order to get something better, something bigger. I'm giving you this example of Montgomery bus boycott. Do you understand that? It was this bus boycott was propagated mostly in churches. Remember, the awareness was created mostly in churches, and pamphlets were circulated, flyers were circulated. Say, stop entering the buses. It doesn't matter how you are. Some complain, but I have to trek 15 kilometers. That is 30 kilometers. They say it doesn't suffer it. That is what the sacrifice you have to make for our better tomorrow. Because this thing will force the government in order to change their policy of discrimination. And they understood. They started suffering it. Those people that suffered it, most of them have died. But today, the people that are enjoying this today, many of them don't even understand what it means to what brought about their enjoyment today. This is a food for thought. What sacrifice have you made, and are you ready to make? It is for you to answer. Because for you to get something better, you have to sacrifice. You must sacrifice. Do you understand? It's just like, when you are going to school, you finish primary, secondary, maybe you, like in the zoo, you take jump. I myself, I took jump for 2 times before I was able. You take jump, frustrated. You see on your also. I was thinking now, this school self, you are wasting your time. Of which you might be right, but knowledge is power. Anyway. And he will enter saying now, Koga, he will become a driver. Or Okada rider. Direct. Why he wants money? No. Because he don't want to make that sacrifice. But tomorrow, in the next, after maybe another 7-8 years, he will see you in another system. And he himself is still there riding Okada. Now wow, you are my class. Wow. He continued dollying. But at that time, it was all the also that time. Just imagine, I'm just giving you this example. thinking that once he enter into the world, he will get a set of okada as far as he's making 2 naira, 200 naira, 2,000 naira. His money. No. You continue making your sacrifice by studying, going to school, even you stay without eating sometimes, doing the normal school stuff. Some people will see it as wasting of time, but the end justifies the means because of the sacrifice you're making. Because there is something great you are targeting. That is the thing. So these people, they boycotted the bus, taking buses to work to anywhere. Anything about bus? No. You don't see black hair. The white people, they only seen themselves whites everywhere. They say, okay, no, you people want to the bus. Continue taking only you. Even they themselves, it started itching them because they are human beings. They must have conscience. No, this is not good. That discriminatory law to be repealed or reviewed, and everybody became inclusive after 1 year and 6 months of trekking without bus. That time not every American was able could purchase a car. So people mostly depend on buses and trains, these public transportation. Imagine in our land, you tell people, please boycott taking buses. Hey, you see excuses now. Now you they pay for me. No be my money I get. We are Republicans our people, they know how to twist things. We are Republicans in nature. You cannot tell me what to do. And you are looking a dishonest fellow speaking, an ignoramus speaking. Because sometimes they mix the republicanism with anarchy, with indiscipline. They say we are Republicans in nature. If that republicanism is not brooded, it's no more republicanism. It becomes anarchy. That is what people are deceiving themselves with. Lack of organization is primitivity. Do you understand me? As I used to say, human beings are a being, the higher animal, advanced animal. Why we are different is because of our brain, our ability to organize ourselves into communities, into governments, form governments, in order to rule ourselves, not to be eaten by ourselves. Do you know that sometime in human history, many humans were cannibals? The most powerful becomes the right person. Somebody can kill another person without repercussion. Do you understand that? It is due to human development that human beings started forming organizations, cooperatives, forming governments. Say no, there are some things that we cannot do. Before somebody can enter and just take a knife and slaughter. If there is knife, this knife carved out of or use stone, big stone, and break somebody's head, slaughter it, squash it. And others will be laughing, say, it's normal because it's the most powerful. But our ability, human ability to organize governments, organize themselves into communities, governments, making laws, protecting themselves, that is civilization. When you say, no, I'm a Republican, we are Republicans by nature, so you cannot tell me what to do. You are an ignorant human being, or you are simply mischievous. You know what you are doing, but you are hiding under a pretext. You are pretending. When we say in IPOB we have command, we are under command and control, many people used to misunderstand. Because Every country, I've been saying this here. Every country in this world have military structure. Their military structure is to fight war. Do you understand? The military, their job is to fight war, to protect, because in order to protect the country, you can engage yourself in a war. So the military, no matter how democratic a country is, their military structure must be under command and control. We are in a military structure right now. That is command and control. People tend to misunderstand. Some people used to think that we are in a government. They will tell you that, no, I have the right to air my view. I have the right to speak. I have the right to, to question you. I have the right to question the leadership, to talk anything. No, sir. We are in a war. We are in a different situation. If we have gotten our country, now all those rights will be activated under a law. Do you understand? But now we are in a war. Anything you are being told, you must sacrifice. That is why these people, these black Americans in Montgomery, they were able to achieve what they want. Because people were disciplined enough in order to follow suit. They said boycott bosses and people obeyed. Nobody came and said, no, are you paying for my boss? Is it not me going to my work with my own money? But they are trying to fight for a collective cause. Do you understand? Therefore, that collective cause, that collectivity, it needs discipline. It needs sacrifice when there is a call for it. When there is a call for sit at home, people will sit at home. That is a sacrifice. Do you understand that? Let us also go to another one. Another people that sacrificed and got what they want. Do you know Mahatma Gandhi? Do you know Mahatma Gandhi? Everybody, most people, they know that name. He was a pioneer, independence pioneer of India. He fought the British through civil disobedience without gun. Do you know that I've said it here? Do you know that there was a time Britain, Britain, oh, these people. Britain, I respect them honestly, because when you study history, you know they contributed a lot to the advancement of humans. It's not out of emotion, but yes. Of course, if it is you, you might do even worse. We might do worse. So, the world is like that. When I say this, maybe some people will misunderstand me. Please, do not. This world is about exploitation. There is no sentiment in the world. The world is about exploitation. If you can get away with exploiting others, you do. And get away with it. That is the thing. As a people, I'm saying, you check the advantage and the disadvantage. And that is it. That is what Britain is doing. Britain, they contributed a lot to the advancement of humanity. Industrial Revolution, they championed it. Do you understand what I'm saying? They championed Industrial Revolution. Mechanization. They championed it. But they use it to exploit others. That's it. Every time I used to say, why couldn't we have exploited them? What made us to be lagging behind and always crying? One of the reasons is indiscipline. We lack sacrifice. When you are told to do something for future, so that maybe in the next 10 years, 20 years, it will bear fruit, you say no, you are saying now. You are interested in fighting for your stomach. For what your immediate need is greater than the future of the whole people. Is it not what the politicians are in Nigeria doing? Mostly in our land, in Biafra land. Biafran politicians. Is it not what is driving them? It's the same thing. You know, sometimes we cry, oh, politicians in our land, they are evil. I say, hey, let us look at this thing from the grassroots. Show me your friend, and I'll tell you who you are. The people that are doing this, do they fall from another planet? Is it was he not okay? Let us say 20 years back. What was he? Was he not like any of us, ordinary people? Was he not like that, doing his own thing, doing his own business? Did he fall from heaven? Because he is ready to do anything in order for his personal aggrandizement, and that mindset is in many of us today. If given the opportunity that the Hope Uzodinma was given, they will use up it, they will enter into it. So let us stop blaming all these politicians only. Let us blame ourselves, you know, for this mindset we have until we change it. We want to make money by all means. We want to make power by all means. We want to be popular by all means. It's the same thing. I say it is the same thing. That is why when you blame all these people, yes. But check the population, check the populace, and look at their mindset, how they reason. Look at how they operate. Look at how disciplined or indisciplined they are. Now you see how their future or their that will tell you how their politicians will be or how they are. People are defined by their politicians. If not for the coming of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, do you know that all these people, everybody will be aspiring to be them? Somebody came and put a stop and said, no, these people are leading us into abyss. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. Even up to today, you see many people. Hey, when you see, Buruburu, I tap through your blessing. I want to be like you. Is it? Look at, I saw the picture of Soludo, Chukuma Soludo, buying crayfish and okra. My gushi, mogriha. When election is near. All these things, is it not what is being played every 4 years? It is a game that everybody knows. But look at the people there. I saw the picture. I saw some women. They are clapping. Hey, this. Do you think that you know? What you have to reason? Why are these people clapping? Even hypocritically, so that they will get something from the man. Nah, and he will spread some words of naira there to them. Inside him, he knows that all these people, they are hypocrites. They are just looking for what to get from him there. And when he goes to power tomorrow, he will deal with everybody. Say, I know give on okra we on the sell for 100 naira. That day I didn't give you 10,000. I didn't spread 10,000 naira to everybody. Why? Where do you think I get? Am I printing money? I invested. I have to, reap the fruit of my investment. That is the mindset. Do you think they are laughing? They don't know what is in your mind. Everybody is exploiting everybody. When the politicians gather, there was people we gotta praise them, albeit hypocritically, only laughing in the mouth in order to get something from them. Because those people, they want to exploit the politician, and the politician knows more. He says, okay, don't worry. You are exploiting me now. Don't worry, I will enter there. When I will enter there, I will deal with you. You people will cry last. He who laughs last laughs the best. That is exploitation upon exploitation. Exploitation versus exploitation. When you think that, now we can get something from the politician will tell you, don't worry, I will give you this crumb, but I will deal with you people later. Does it make any other extraordinary sense for people to pursue Chukuma Soludo with bad words and say, get out? You people, we know you are, don't come here please get out of my shade. They pursue him from the market. Is it extraordinary? Is it an extraordinary thing to do? Isn't it the same set of people? That is what I'm telling you. That tell me the politicians ruling you, and I will tell you the type of people the whole population are. This is what we are getting because this is what we invest on. This is what is in the mindset of most of us. Only money, only power, only in order to selfish interests only. So you don't continue blaming the politician. What if it is you? Just tell yourself the truth. If they give you the opportunity to be there, what are you going to do? Aren't you going to do worst? Because you want to be, highly selfish, self-aggrandizement. So, before you judge others, first of all, judge yourself. I'm talking about sacrifice. I was telling you about Mahatma Gandhi. You know, the British people, the British government, sorry, not the British people, the British government. In the early 20th century, or even late 19th century, Britain imposed the ban on Indian salt, locally manufactured salt. India have CO, have salt everywhere in their land. They say you should never dig, you should never manufacture. Instead, they promote their own salt being brought in from, they will go to Gibraltar, steal salt, take salt from their country, go to maybe Zimbabwe, take salt from there, Botswana, every country, every other country they colonize, they will take salt by force and ship it to India because India has population. Salt, they say they ban on locally made salt. That people must be buying the foreign salt, controlled, monopolized by Britain. So you know that this world is controlled by economics. Only. It's the only thing controlling this world is economics. What brings war or anything is economics. Now, the only thing is that it depends on what type of economics. Like our own people, we take personal economy, personal, private economics, private. But, developed countries, civilized countries, they take collective economics for their collective goodness. That is the difference. And that is the best. So Britain said, no. Everybody must be buying this salt we bring. So no locally manufactured salt. Just tell me, if Britain can do this, impose this in India at that time, about 200 years or 100 and something years ago in India, ordinary salt. Now, do you now know the reason why talents are perishing in our land? Do you understand? I saw one guy, I read about one guy on social media that he produces drones, locally made drones. He have been flying it, talking. No person in Nigeria cared about him. A company in Finland came from Finland and took him. Do you understand? Well, now, sometimes I say, okay, when you look at the early United States, many companies are being sponsored by even individuals, not even governments. Individual millionaires. They will see a talent, invest on that talent. And today will be flourishing. Many trademarks you have seen today that have been existing for a long time. Many of them are individuals, individuals that sponsor them. In our land, you see so-called billionaires. They will see a talent in our land, in Biafra land, in Igbo land. Somebody that can manufacture something, even if it is toy. You see billionaires that can spray money. They will come to public, spray money in funerals, they spray money. But why not corner these children, this talented person, and say, let me invest on this guy. Let us build a factory in order to be manufacturing all this. It will grow later in the next decades and decades to be a very big company. No, they will not do it. There you see people that are only fighting for their immediate stomach, their immediate need. There is no so much difference with animals. I used to say this because animals, they care for their daily bread, their daily food. That is what they care for. They cannot build houses. That is where we humans are even more than them. Otherwise, they don't care for any other thing. For okay, let us preserve for tomorrow. Let us do something that we lose today, but tomorrow, in the next 10 years, we will gain more. No. They are not into it. What they want is their immediate stomach, their immediate belly. That is what our people are into. What we bring in now. Tomorrow, that is not the problem. In the next 10 years, they'll say, oh boy, what if I die? That is Baokomi. We are calling all these Fulani people Baokomi. That is lie. It is a grand deception. We are the main Baokomi people. We only invest in what we can get now. All these talents that our people are professing, our young talented youths, in one thing or the other, they will build something, they will bring it to the marketplace on public. Nobody. You will have billionaires that they only show their money only when in public in order to spray it. And I look at this as primitivity because they don't invest on tomorrow. They want to do only that thing that is for today. It is high time we change the way we reason. That is the main problem we are lagging behind as a people. Britain banned the local manufacturing of salt. That is why, our people know how many graduates are being churned out, civil engineers, in Nigeria every year. But our roads are being built by Chinese, by Germans, by foreigners. Do you now see the reason? Because it is part of the contract. Any president, I say they deceive us with this so-called democracy. If people can understand the intent of this democracy they gave to Africa, this European version of fake democracy they gave to Africa, people will know that this is a cycle they use so that Africa will never rise before God and man. Because every 4 years, or some countries every 5 years, Europeans, they will scavenge for somebody. Do not forget about the revelation of that man, or is it a Kunle Olan woman, a military intelligence officer. He said they were able to convince the CIA for them to buy in with Buhari. Before you are campaigning, I want to vote, but they are they are internally scavenging for who to put as your president. That is why I say that this democracy they put in our land is a fraud. It's something the Europeans use in caging us. We are not mentally advanced in order to engage in this democracy. All the things they use it to deceive us. Do you understand? We should chart our own way of governance that is unique, that is traditional to us, before we can think of success or progress. That is why I love our leader, because when he was asked what type of government will you want in your Biafra, he said Biafra system. That place is with me. When they asked him that, I was afraid what he's going to answer. Because I was thinking maybe he can say American system, Norway system. But thank God, watching Eke, the Son of Man, said our Biafran system. Oh, I fell, I laughed. I said, my love grew on that man. I'm telling you. Because that is what we are going to do. We are going to chart our own system of governance that the Europeans will never understand. So that they cannot totally interfere in our governance, because they will not understand it. But this type of democracy they gave to us, every 4 years you think that you are voting. You don't know that they are picking somebody that will serve their interests. Somebody they will give, he will sign contracts with them and say, okay, you see, our policy in Nigeria is that no local company will manufacture car, okay? If you do it, we steer confusion and you are gone. We remove you. That is what they are doing. Don't you understand that? You think that you are voting. Oh, yeah, okay. They will leave you, stupid people. They say, look at orangutan. Let them think that they are campaigning. You don't know that internally they are, the CIA, the whole Mossad, all of them, the KGB, all of them are making meeting in order to look for a politician that is suitable for them. And when they win, hey, you have won. Hey, this one that will lead us. You don't know that he's serving the interests of the foreigners. Don't you know that? But if we have a peculiar system of governance that will surprise the Europeans, they will not be experts to us. Instead, they will start learning. They will say, how do you run this type of government? It is for us to explain to them because it is our system. Do you understand it? This thing they put as a democracy is a way of keeping Africa by, a cycle. This is I used to say direct colonization is more better than now. Because now they are hitting you with unseen hand. Do you understand? And whenever anything happens, whenever the failure of the whole thing, it is them that, if people are talking, they will say, blame it on your leader. So we are not, because no white person is there. But behind the scenes, they are the people removing everything because of so-called democracy. Had it been we have our system of governance, we write our laws with our own languages, how would they, before entering knowing everything, even they will even have to come and learn our language first. Do you understand? We officialize our system of doing things. We civilize, we modernize our system. Different, our old system, we modernize it. And you see that it will baffle them because they will not know who is the leader, how can we enter? They will not know. But this their type of democracy. Oh, they know every 4 years. Now, 2023 is looming. All of them. Tinubu is in London on Medicare, isn't it? Do you see how they are animalistic they are? They are not ashamed. All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. They can go on medical holiday, take care of themselves because they can. They are politicians. They are the. Then why not we kuku put in a kingdom and have kings instead of why? So that they'll be the untouchables. It's the same thing. That is why they cannot build hospitals in our land. If you talk about hospitals, the Europeans, their masters will tell them, hey. If you venture into building, just build one thing and don't worry. And they deceive people and they will praise you. But you know what? You're just to appease for politics, appease the people. Because he knows that once he have a headache, he's coming immediately. His private jet is warming to take him to London or to Germany or to anywhere. People without shame. Remember, I'm talking about sacrifice. When the British, they banned the usage of local salt, manufacturing of local salt in India, Mahatma Gandhi saw it as a point, because you see, ordinary salt, table salt, sodium chloride, the chemical name, everybody knew about, everybody uses it every day. Imagine, something you don't call anything, but is the most, things that we don't consider important. They are the most important thing in life, like oxygen. As I'm talking, I'm breathing. You don't know that it's important, but until you are sick and they put something, oxygen, to you, that is now that time you know that yes, that free thing is, after all, it's not free. So what am I trying to say? Mahatma Gandhi saw it and said, no, we need to boycott the salt. Instead of us to cow in for this British ban, let us stop using salt. We ban salt. No home should have salt. Don't buy salt again. You know, I'm giving you all these instances for you to let it penetrate your skull. Imagine that it is today. Ordinary cow will campaign. Who listen to it? Something that is even more vehement, that they are killing us physically because of the cow, destroying our farms. People, boy, na nyem suya, I beg. Now them work my money for me. I go enjoy as I want. That is primitivity. Because you are primitive. You lack discipline. That is why. You see salt that we know without salt, even you cannot eat meat. You cannot. But Indians have to sacrifice. They boycotted the usage of salt in order to force Britain to reverse their policies. That is sacrifice. Do you understand what I mean? Imagine nobody is controlling them in their houses. But they stop buying salt. They say, okay, is this salt that you are using? Okay, don't worry. We will inconvenience ourselves. We will not buy your salt. Mahatma Gandhi gave order, say, please, if you want freedom, stop eating salt, because this salt is from British. It's from Britain. They brought it. And they're making a hell of money out of it. And people obeyed. People started cooking without salt. They are cooking now, the thing no sweet, but they manage it. They say it's a sacrifice you have to make. I'm talking about sacrifice today. Imagine it's in our land today. You tell people, ordinary salt, don't use. Hey, they'll say, oh boy, now this type of Biafra, oh boy, now commando, everything na command. Now so now go command me, say make I no go shit. I beg this. People with twisted, mischievous Homo sapiens with an ignorant mindset will twist it in another way around. And they will make jest of it. Stop eating cow meat and you don't even care. Instead, you even increase your purchase of cow during burial or any ceremony you have, encouraging our killers, encouraging them for, and tomorrow you'll be shouting. Without sacrifice, you cannot get nothing. You cannot get to another dimension or another state. You understand? You must sacrifice something to get something. Indians, they stop eating salt. They stop buying salt. Do you understand what it means? Just take it in today's context. Can you stop eating salt for one day? No salt. Anything you eat, it has no salt. And they ask you, say, no, the reason is that we want to be free. Only. People will start laughing. People will start making jest of IPOB. They don't insult. They don't know that when a snail is being burnt on the fire, is releasing the liquid of life. But the snail thing that is quenching the fire, not knowing that it's dying slowly. That is what some people are doing. They make jest of everything. Nah, IPOB said, no, it's salt, no, it's cow meat, nah, give me nkwobi, let me eat. How will I make money? People are complaining. You know, our people, they complain on everything. Every goddamn thing they complain. What of the people that are, making a business of a cow? Our people are making the business of cow. But in India, people are making money out of salt. But because of they are eating their own future. That benefit is just like, depriving people of their future. Mahatma Gandhi said, no, people should stop eating salt. And they obeyed. And that thing broke the camel's bone. Do you understand? It forced Britain because they can no more sell. They bring all their shiploads of salt. No person is buying it. They have to change their policy and start negotiating. Do you see how things work? Without sacrifice, they cannot get it. You must give us something in order to get something. We should not be, we like to go to heaven, but we don't want to die. Isn't it not stupidity? I'm talking about sacrifice. The last I'm going to talk about is, there is this South African anti-pass protest. Anti-pass protest. during the time of a Pan-African conference and the ANC. These are two parties that are working towards the same goal. You understand what I'm saying? It's in South Africa. They had this vision of, stopping appetite. They have this PAC, Pan-African, Pan-African Congress? What do you call it? PAC. Because, today we know only ANC. Pan-African Congress. There is a party. They were doing competition with African National Congress. Do you understand? I think in the 50s. But they are moving towards the same direction. Because two of them are freedom fighting parties for the black South Africans. They are not fighting themselves. Like in our land today, what they find it in order to fight, fight IPOB or do something so that in order for them to be regarded as some. No. That is why we say do your own thing. It's not only IPOB. We have other groups that should be fighting for freedom. That is it. We had the African National Congress and ANC and PAC, Pan-African Congress. So what they call anti-pass campaigns of 1960s. Before in South Africa, as a black South African, before you move from one community or one city to another, you have to show a pass. It's just like a visa. Just for example, you are entering from where you enter Aba. As a black person, they will ask you, they will stop you on the roadblock and you have to show your pass. Because you have to stipulate what you are going to Aba to do, what you are going to Lagos to do, what is your duration. You're just like visa. But these people, they say, no, this thing is not normal. We need freedom. So they have to sacrifice and they say that everybody should put his pass because they were working with it. It takes the vision of somebody to stand up for the people and the people will follow. And that is what our leaders did. So they say, okay, I think in 1959, they decided that this pass, we have to do a protest whereby no black South African will show any pass to anywhere because this is our land. How can we be in our land and if we're going from one place to another, you have to show a pass to foreigners before you pass? They said, no, it's not normal. So they circulated their flyers that, people, everybody, so dates, everybody should put his pass at home. Don't travel with your pass. If they ask you your pass at the roadblock, you say, no, I don't have pass. This is my land, I have to go. So they told these white South Africans, the apartheid government, build more prisons because they are going to take many people to jail. And that day happened. That is the origin of this violent armed struggle in South Africa. Because the unthinkable happened. The South African police shot many. They started shooting many, even in the protests. They say, where is your pass? You say, I don't have any pass. This is my country. This is my land. I don't need to show you pass to move from one place to another. Not one person. All of them. And that thing changed. One thing used to change. One thing must change the narrative. So what am I talking? We must sacrifice something in order to get something bigger. That is the thing. And the only way is to be disciplined. Once IPOB tell you do this, do something, please do it. Stop too much questioning and complain. Oh, how am I going to eat? Oh, the Indians, they ate without salt for many months. Black Americans, they trek without entering car. They trek many kilometers every day as a sacrifice in order to protest. If it's you, you start complaining. But I used to carry loads, so how will I do? You see people calling on radio. But what of those people that are doing cow business? It's our people, they are making their living out of it. And you see the living of few people making living of maybe one or two of few people. Now it overrides the overall interests. That is where I say our people sometimes we reason in a primitive manner. Either we do this thing or we leave it. You see this freedom fighting? Either we continue it because we have started and we have reached a way, a place, a bridge where we can no longer go back. That is why we need to continue this sacrifice. That is why we need to do whatever is necessary for us to reach our destination. Without sacrifice, we cannot go to the higher ground. Therefore, this is where I'm going to stop. I will open my line, but before I do it, I will go into a few minutes breaks.
Rising sun. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Believe it or leave it, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. We've been crying, the world claim not to hear. And we've been lamenting, the world claim not to hear. Our tears flow, the world claim not to see. And our blood flow, the world claim not to see. This is a crime, oh no, against humanity. Oh no, yeah, this is a crime. Eritrea spoke up, they were given independence. South Sudan spoke, they were given independence. Namibia spoke up, they were given independence. Give me the reason my people got to be neglected. Give me the reason my people got to be rejected. Give me the reason our freedom got to be a crime. Give me the reason our own freedom got to be denied. Hey, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. I tell you what, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Hey, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Believe it or leave it. Oh no. Oh. That was physical battle, and we're betrayed by the people them trust. Today heroes are fighting. This is a spiritual battle. Let us unite and give Biafra a meaning. If we don't take time, we can't remain in this life. No freedom of speech, no freedom of expression, no freedom of worship, no freedom of religion. Justice denied. Oh no, of my own very people. Yeah. Justice denied. Yeah. On the rising sun. Yeah. Justice denied. Oh, my freedom fighter. Yeah. liberated. War is so bad, my people wanna be independent. War is so bad, my people wanna be alone. This is the time we will make.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olo province of Biafra land. Our lines are now open. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. Call us and give us your view, but please know that our topic today says it talks about sacrifice. We must continue. I think I have a caller on direct line, please. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Caller on direct line, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me, Sir Jonathan?
Welcome to the program. You are the first caller. Please go on.
Okay, sir. Mazi Jonathan, come to phone.
Radio de Kutata. No.
I came to Mazi Jonathan. Mazi Jonathan, we go to Kokia Madrid or to Shike. Mazi Jonathan, Obulana and Denoni, because many are called for safety. Mazi Jonathan, to Shike, you talk about your topic today, sacrifice. Yes. Biafra is all over the world. See, Biafra, this is the only land we have. We must remember one thing. You only remember this generation. If we fight this war now, to get our land back on this head, which means we have disappointed the next generation. Are we not the most stupid race? For human race, Biafra race, to be arrested on this planet. When we start the same with America, I would block about it. An example. To make to Mark chapter 8. From the to end, Biafra is all over the world. People like she can sacrifice. Even if you sacrifice, but Jonathan, if we send it out on the body of death, that is the end of it. That's the end of it. That's the plan. Are we talking? Number one of the world, Joe Biden by name, by excellence. I respect to your hand. Because of everything I have to give you. First Address chapter 4. First Address chapter 4. My place. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Just dominate the kind of us of the dungeon of David. For peace to reign. So that their name must be heard and ever. My respect to your hand. Therefore, it's all over the world. Take this message. Plug it at the wheel. Take the word message. Go back. All of you, where there for now do not see fire. Now see Isaiah. Some villages don't come. When I love this, I tell them, make sure that release our leader before 14 days from that is the one. We are going to find people here. All the governors, all the politicians, share here. And you never like and you never go to the I not know why I will be shaggy. Oh, I will cut off. Oh, I will walk it. Oh, I will walk it. Never been a second. Just like don't know. Just the secret of the band. I'm going to the hospital. But let's see that I do that. But give people not going to I'm going to here. And let's say the jack I know what okay, the governor. All of you people. If you are not bringing the art before participate, all the number. Take this one. September. My name is QPSK. I'm from Amawali Province. I'm calling from who's the number? What is that for? Biafra, I get the Shana. What do I answer you? Not Jonathan. Any liner, come any liner. Open the government. Biafra, I would have one day. If you don't know what the high trouble that was that. All right, I wouldn't do it. Or American. How about the president? That is the government. I put on the let's go to quote about by Jesus. Or come Mohammed to call no fan. You can tell me what that is that one. To quote it at that. Oh, come on, look at you. It's to tell me that you don't think about that. That's what it is. The government is some Jehoja, eh? Honey, Lega, Jack and Willada, Yakelaya, Papushigala, Pakahaja. But Honey, Lenima, London, like Jonathan, no, you can't anywhere. I support public.
Almost here, Biafra. There, well, thank you. Ofon the go. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Thank you for holding on. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you, Mazi.
Welcome to the program.
Wish you some days now.
Please, can you lower your listening device? I think it's sounding a bit inside at the background.
Are you still hearing it?
No, it's okay now. Go on. It's okay.
Okay, thank you for giving me this opportunity. My name is Simon. I know calling from my Mele Spain. Simon is Momaco. Thank you for your wonderful program this evening and your topic. You know, you touch it everywhere and letting our people to know some things and what it means to sacrifice for the land, for the country we are building, and letting them to know in the most of things we are doing, they are letting down. It has happened before. They talked about what happened in Montgomery. They talked about Martin Luther King being a pastor, Baptist church pastor for that matter. Imagine at that time, because there was a time, like during 2016, that time they arrested our leader, LA. They arrested our leader. You know, some people, not even this people are jumping on. Now, there was a time people don't even want to identify with IPOB. Not now, IPOB have become a global brand. That time, some people that know us or we know through one of our brothers, just, you know, they were advising us what we are doing, this and that. Some of them were the people they sent to come and advise us to make us to drop what we are doing. I could remember I used this type of word that most of you calling yourself man of God, that this thing we are doing is what you people we are called to do, for to come and set the captive free, the children of God. You know, some of our people, their own interests, you know, it has been long when, you know, imagine when one animal, there's a lot of animals, they give one banana. You know how it will look like. It will look like that one, they like it much, and they will, you know what others will look at him or how they will feel. Because what is going on in our place today, that is why what IPOB is doing is something, one of the, something, a breed that always come once in century, because it's what the early gospel do. That is what we are doing, because we are fighting for our freedom. Mazi, thank you, because your topic today said it all. He said it touched everywhere. He talked about hope, because when people see him now, within period of these 2-3 years, now, he think that his magic mind is too special or whatever. These people are people we know. I know these people since 1991. What have they done positively to the land? Oh, incarnation. But we are watching them. You know, they believe everything is 419. You know, all this local 419. Look at what they did in Norway. You know how much it cost him to
Mazi, do you
organize
know,
rubbish?
you know the stupidity of these people is this. Even if they are doing this 419, doing it maybe for the interest of the people, because this world is even about 419. America is doing, Spain is doing 419 to other country, to other people in order to steal. They steal from
to benefit their land
for the interest of their people. But the worst part of it is that these people are doing 419 to against their people to the interest of foreigners. That is the most despicable part of it.
Imagine Penty Road the day before
his own place, so called. Oh God! You say we are wise, but we are intelligent. No. I doubt it.
Because when you see all the things, it makes you cry. It bleed. So something can be done. Why not do it properly? It's like this thing our people is doing. When somebody will be living in a old house, he will be there sick until he die. When he die, he go and destroy that house and build new house. What is the essence of it? And I've said it, I will not do it. All this medicine after death, our people are doing, and they don't know what it costs. This what can they do? Then he don't know the consequences. He don't know the consequences. What it will cost. It's like what our leader said one time.
Mazi, thank you.
Like what our leader, let me round up. Like what our leader said one time. This Kaduna International Airport, it was K-Umbadi where, I think K-Umbadi was the one that sold it out.
Oh, Yawa. Oh, Gadabachinoso is him.
Yeah, it was him that sell out that opportunity to Kaduna. But he will not know that his grandchildren will be looking for, will be flying hundreds of miles to go and fly out. Mazi, sure, let me leave it. Thank God that generation of hours here and somebody like Mazi Nandikano come out and he's a tested leader and tested and confirmed. Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. You reminded me, I want to play this, please, before I go on. I want to play this clip of Sheikh Gumi. You know, because I used to question the wisdom of our people. We are intelligent. You know, when we say, okay, 419, if you are doing 419 to the interest of your people or for the interest of your people, no problem. Because even America is doing 419, stealing from others. England is stealing from us. Is it not England, as I preach, that they block manufacturing of salt, which they have in abundance in India? Is it not 419 for their own interest? If these people are doing it for the protection of their own people, it would have been palatable. Let me look at this. Listen to this. This is Sheikh Gumi, you know, the terrorist himself. People don't know this Sheikh Gumi. He has schools, Islamic schools that churns out terrorists. Listen to what he said. Listen.
They are going nowhere.
That is the headsman. I didn't start it for afraid. The headsman.
They are part of us and we are part of them.
We are part of.
We must live with them.
Are you hearing what he's saying? The killer headsmen, the terrorists, he said they are going nowhere. They are part of us and we are part of them. That we must live with them. He says, this is he not intelligent? Sometimes I admire them. This is intelligence. Imagine that is our people. Look at who opposed on him and say, I'm bringing military to bomb his own people. He is bragging about it. And we think that we are wise. Look at somebody that is intelligent, defending his own people, for goodness sake. Listen again, please.
You can't drive them away. They are part of. They are going nowhere. They are part of us and we are part of them. We must live with them. You can't drive them away and they can't drive us away. They are our neighbors, so we should never allow them to be our enemies.
People should understand me, because we should learn from our enemies. How they treat themselves, how they defend themselves, they are foot soldiers. How even if in the barrage of every castigations, these are killer headsmen that are destroying farms, killing people, raping women everywhere around the country. This man came out openly and said they are going nowhere, that they are part of us and we are part of them. But their own people, our own people in our land say, any even innocent people they see, they kill. We invite the foreigners to kill our people. Who is more wise, for goodness sake? Ndibo. Caller on WhatsApp, please. Welcome to the program.
So what I was saying,
please start afresh. I start afresh. Start afresh, please.
What I was saying, the points you made is very cogent. At my place, Alai, we don't eat, we don't bury somebody with nama. Yeah, in the jail, so for many years now, myself, I don't eat nama. Nama doesn't come into my house.
That's it.
Because of the way they prepare it. At Afikpo, right now, the whole Afikpo people forfeited nama. Nobody says nama at Afikpo. Ask any other person from Afikpo. So I don't see the reason why we should not stop buying nama meat. Now, many people have known that Fulani people sleep with nama. It's only a stupid somebody will continue eating nama. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Remember blessed. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Right now.
Caller on
Hello?
WhatsApp. Yes, welcome to the program.
Welcome, Mazi Jonathan. May God bless you.
And you too.
And may God protect our leader and never allow the enemy to touch him and encourage him and bring him out for us as soon, even faster than we think. In the Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. Mazi Jonathan, I think you have said it all. Even faster than we think. In the Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. Mazi Jonathan, I think you have said it all. As soon, even faster than we think. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. Mazi Jonathan, I think you have said it all. mighty name I pray.
You say,
Amen.
you say,
Mazi Jonathan, I think you have said it all. Even faster than we think. In the Jesus mighty name I pray.
you say,
Amen.
you say,
Mazi Jonathan, I think you have said it all. Pray.
you say,
Amen.
you say,
Mazi Jonathan, I think you have said it all. Even faster than we think. In the Jesus mighty name I pray.
you say,
Amen.
you say,
Mazi Jonathan, I think you have said it all. As soon, even faster than we think. In the Jesus mighty name I pray.
you say,
Amen.
you say,
Mazi Jonathan, I think you have said it all. As soon, even faster than we think. In the Jesus mighty name I pray.
you say,
Amen.
you say,
Mazi Jonathan, I think you have said it all. Even faster than we think. In the Jesus mighty name I pray. Amen.
you say,
Mazi Jonathan, I think you have said it all. As soon, even faster than we think. In the Jesus mighty name I pray.
you say,
Amen.
you say,
Mazi Jonathan, I think you have said it all. As soon, even faster than we think. In the Jesus mighty name I pray.
you say,
Amen.
you say,
Mazi Jonathan, I think you have said it all. Him out for us as soon, even faster than we think. In the Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. Mazi Jonathan, I think you have said it all.
Them in 100 years. For example, we say, okay, let us go for Nigerian so-called election. Before God and man, tell them, say, oh yeah, we want to bring one person under 1 month or under 3 months. They will, in 1,000 years, they will not. Each and every one of them will like to be. They are brown. they are brown. God, my brother, and round up.
So I pray that we should help ourselves to deliver ourselves and deliver ourselves from this place we find ourselves called Nigeria. If you hear what that man is saying, that terrorist called Gumi, even if you see the motion, I watch him in internet, the motion, the eye, and how he's describing when he's speaking
Many of these terrorist killers, he trained them. He's churning out his school. He have a very big school, Islamic school, that is churning out these people. That is the thing. So he said we must live with them. That they are going nowhere. Which person in Biafra land will have the audacity to come? Look at how Hopo Zadema is bragging, killing his own people, bringing fighter jets to slaughter people in his own backyard. Oh, wise people. You know, when we call him a 419, it's not even a 419, it's a simple, ordinary criminal. Because if you're a 419, if you are wise, you'll be doing 419 to the advantage of your people, of your own. Not being 419, a local 419 against your own people. It's very sad indeed. Mazi, please round up. I think I had a problem and it's restored back. Go on, please. Round up.
I think I have finished my contribution and encourage our people to continue. We must restore Biafra in our time. We must not leave it for our children. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen.
Of course. Of course. Thank you very much. I think I was having repetition, but it's now back. Caller on signal. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Good evening.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, my name is Mazi. I'm calling from my location.
Mazi, I've been trying to. Are you not one of the people that we are listening, please?
Yes, I was one of them that we arrested.
Yes, in Ghana.
Over 2 weeks.
I tried to locate your number to get in touch. I don't know because I heard that you are Hmong. Please, can you give us a first hand of what happened? Thank God. Thank God.
Yes, it's not what I want to actually say this now, but it's a little bit because you say sacrifice. And we here in Ghana, we are paid a little bit of the sacrifice of what you want to say.
All of you are out?
Yes, we are. It's not that we are out. They deported us.
Really?
You know, Ghana government deported us to where they have border between Ghana and Togo.
Yes,
you know, so that's where they kept us.
Please, you are talking to millions of people because everybody is eager to hear. What is the charges? What is the problem?
It was on 29th of August when we have our general meeting. So we are on the process. We have prayed. You know, we have our secretary have read the minutes of last meeting. Then our national coordinator, which is in the person of Mazi Chukwukezrim, stood up to address Biafra. He's addressing what we hear is cram. You know, they were cocking their guns. You know, what we heard is everybody should lie down. Everybody should face that. You know, they were marching. My mama is so surprised that They march a woman that is age, a 78-old woman. You know, they march, kicking this woman, using a gun, shooting, you know, hitting at this woman.
What happened?
And our age fathers, you know, at the meeting. So, you know, when they arrested all of us that day that we are doing the meeting, they took us to the national, where they call the national security. When we went there, you know, we are waiting, you know, for them to address us and at least tell us, look at what people did, look at offense people committed. They didn't tell us. You know what they did? They waited till 9 o'clock. They took us, you know, running around to put us in a prison. The first prison they went to put us, there was no light there, there was nothing there. You know, when they were trying to force the prison to open, as God may have it, the prison didn't open. So they took us to a different prison and kept us. Do you know that we spent up to 2 weeks there without them coming to tell us, look at offense we committed?
Were you being fed? Please give us the. Were you being fed?
Yes. If it's fed, they are feeding, or they fed us. But it's not all about feeding, because
I know. Go on.
Yes, in a law, the law stated that any person that you arrested, even guilty or not guilty, at least before 24 hours, you need to take the person to court. But we waited the first day, which is the Monday, because they arrested us on Sunday. Then Monday morning, we are waiting. Maybe they will say, okay, come, let's go to court. They didn't take us to court. We all were waiting.
Did you have access to any lawyer?
Even the lawyer that we had at DOS brought, we didn't see the lawyer till the yesterday that they deported us. We didn't see the lawyer. The lawyer didn't allow. In fact, Mazi, they hide us. They don't want anybody to know where they kept us. It just goes great that is SND, they call him Choose. Is the man used Nigeria consulate or whatever they call them to penetrate to know where they kept us.
Wait. Hold on there. I also heard that there was a fracas, you know, between SND or something like that in Ghana. They want to do New Yam Festival and IPOB. They saw IPOB as a hindrance. Is it true?
No. Mazi is false. It's false. There is nothing like a New Yam. They are not doing any New Yam.
Okay.
This is where we are doing our meeting, and they came and arrested us. So it's the Choose that, you know, with one of our coordinator, because he didn't come to meeting. He's the one that used Choose now as Ohalezendi Wengana, and Ohalezendi Wengana went to so-called Nigeria consulate or whatever they call themselves. Then it's then that they gave access to know, because, you know, it's a plan between them and the zoo. So that is why they gave the man access to know, to come and know where we are. That is how one of the coordinator knew where they kept us, and he started coming.
They collected all your phones or everything? Or?
Yes, they took everything. They collected every phone. They didn't give us any. It was that yesterday that they deported us, that they gave us our phone. Since over 2 weeks, they kept us incommunicado. Nobody was coming apart from the Nigeria consulate and one of our coordinator here in Ghana, that they gave access to be coming to visit us. And I did that West Africa rep that came. That was only people they gave access. Even when they kept, because see what they did, they divided us. They kept some people in another place. Like our leaders, they didn't keep all of us together. The reason when investigation was going on, they said that so that we will be speaking in a different, you know, language. If they will meet these people, they will speak a different thing. They meet these people, they will talk. But as Chuko Kabama may have it, if they go to this people, they stood on Biafra. If they go to this people, they stood on Biafra.
Let me ask, is there any curtain they ask you and say, what is the reason? No, so no reason. You are just like nothing.
There was no reason, because when that was Wednesday or Thursday, you know, they came and said that police have concluded their investigation and they find out that we didn't commit any crime. Then when we didn't commit any crime, what prevented them to release us? They still kept us. They still kept us in the prison till yesterday, you know. But we know that it was arranged plan. It's a plan between them and the zoo. But I give Chuko Kabema praise because at the end we were out. Even though that we are scattered, because most of us we are still at Togo. We are still at where we are, where they do this thing. So what I'm saying is
we are what? Please explain. People
like,
are listening.
What
where are they?
Yeah, what I said is that the border they took us to, the border between Togo and them. When they gave us our phone, they took us to the side of Togo so that we will not cross, and see how they were harassing our people.
What did the Togolese authority, what did they do?
We didn't see them. It's Togo national coordinator, IPV national coordinator, that came and organized some people and freq them, and they are still taking care of our people there in Togo.
That is IPOB, for goodness sake.
Yes.
Is the border far from the capital?
I would say that is the order from the zoo. To me,
is that
because we didn't commit any offense, and all the days and the weeks we stayed there, they didn't tell us, okay, look at the offense you committed. When the case they have found out we didn't do anything, they said that we have illegal gathering. We are asking them, which illegal gathering? We are registered in Ghana. We are paying our tax in Ghana. Which one is illegal gathering? So at the end, they did what they did yesterday, sir.
There were. I have tried to, I think I located one of your. I tried to call, no way.
No, they took my phone. That was why.
After I heard that you are one of them.
Yes, that was why, sir.
You are welcome, my brother. You are welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So my comment this night is, it's like it's an encouragement to Biafrans, and mostly Biafrans here in Ghana, because the people they arrested is up to 100 people. And we have age mothers, some that are 78, some that are 60 something, even our fathers, they are age fathers, but they didn't mind. But even we have a child of a year old, they kept the child in the prison the next day. So what I want to encourage Biafrans, we have been offering the sacrifice. Let's continue. One thing I believe is that one day Biafra will come. That is only hope we have, because we don't have any hope. We don't have any other hope. We stand on Biafra, and Biafra shall we stand. Like even when they came, the immigration came to took their this in a profile and other things. They asked us, where do you come from? We say we are Biafrans, we are not Nigeria. But do you know that?
Let me ask again: is any of you missing? Everybody is complete, right?
For now, we will not. I will not give you that. I will not give you that accurate figure that if we are complete.
No, what I mean, even when you were so-called deported to Togo, everybody was complete.
Yes. All of us are complete.
Okay.
We are complete.
Okay.
The people they deported, yeah. So that's just the thing. So Biafrans, I want to encourage all of us. This only thing we have to do: sacrifice. No matter what, whatever command, whatever instruction that comes, as long as it's from a right source, great Biafrans, let's be who we are. No matter that they have used things, to deceive us, like even religion, like what I want to say. Like if you tell African man now to stop going to church for him to get his freedom, they will say no. They will prefer to serve a white man for them to remain a slave. But let's do a right thing to get our freedom. All we need is freedom. No matter anything that we are asked, DOS, we are asked, our leader asks us to do, let's do it and get our freedom, because without Biafra, we are gone forever. Mazi, if you see how they are beating people, you'll be crying and be asking, are we not the same Africa? And the worst thing is that I used to ask those that is Nigeria, do you know that if you are traveling any part of Africa and they ask in a bus, the only people they will ask, is there Nigeria in this bus? Only Nigeria. They will not ask any other country, just Nigeria. Just Nigeria. I will be asking, why is our politicians still defending a country that they know that the name is a taboo, even in the West Africa? If you mention in Nigeria, you are in trouble. They will bring you down, they will search you, they will thoroughly search you. Maz, in fact, is unbearable. Being a Nigeria is like a taboo.
Who no
It's a
go,
taboo
no,
to be
no.
in Nigeria.
That's the thing.
It's a taboo. So Mazi, I want to appreciate you for picking my call. We'll bring more updates. I'll be bringing updates.
Of course. Mazi, Nkochimezie. There we Thank you.
Sir.
That is it. That is part of the sacrifice. Colin, what's up? Hold on. Let me say something here. You know why I asked that question to this our brother is there all of you, are you complete? At least when they were deported to Dogo, all of them are complete. So all of them are complete. Maybe they came back to Ghana capital or something like that. He doesn't know. But all of them are complete. Okay. Let me say this. Do you see how it is even more safer for us to be order as another country to be removed from Nigeria than to be in Nigeria? This thing that happened, no matter it's painful, it's in Ghana, it's another country. But none of them was killed, eh? Nobody lost his life. Imagine it is in Nigeria. They took people from IPOB gathering. They must have killed 30%, 50% of them or more than. And you can do nothing. No question. Ghana know that no matter what, if any person is missing, it becomes international affair. Biafra will take it over, take it up. That is the way. When people tell you that, we better stay in Nigeria, we stay in Nigeria, Nigeria will be killing us. No internet, nothing. Because it is internal issue, for goodness sake. But if it is a Biafra, we're in a country. We are in our country, Biafra. If they have Nigeria can never take any Biafran citizen and kill him. It is impossible. Are you learning something? Do you learn something? People that are telling you that, you will start needing visa to go to Biafra, Nigeria. Even traveling to a whole vice president of Nigeria was lying through his teeth, through his nose. Had it been, if country is divided, I will need a visa to come to Kano. Look at people that are bringing fear factor to our people. If you get a country, if you get another country, if you separate as a Biafra, you are, now you will lose everything. We are more safer. Look at this inside example. Look at how many people were lifted from Obibu. How many were killed? But Ghana dare not do it. They can only suffer them and do them this, nothing. No person was killed. If it's in Nigeria, you cannot, more than 50% of them have been killed. No person will know the whereabouts of many people now. That is it. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, my great broadcaster, Mazi Jonathan. My name is Mazi Ejike. I'm calling from the land of India, Mumbai precisely. Mazi, I appreciate your broadcast. Let me run speedily. Mazi, the only tribe that does not know how to protect their own is Igbo race. I appreciate one of the people. I appreciated one of the broadcasts you people used to repeat from a Catholic priest. The only people that does not know how to protect their own is Igbo race. Look at these terrorists that model us, kill us. They must live with us and we must live with them. Can you imagine kind of imposement like that, Mazi? Even in this Indian I am right now, Mazi, do you know that our people is suffering for apartment in this Mumbai here? Do you know what these Indian people does? Assume Indian people rent apartment for you. You are paying, we foreigners is paying higher rates in this Indian. Mazi, if another Indian person came to that Indian man, tell the Indian man, this person, we don't like this person, he's doing this, he's doing that. Do you know that that man can never look into that money you are giving to him? What he will look into is the relationship between him and that of Indian brother. will tell you, leave my house, despite the fact you are paying a very high huge amount. You know, to see how they protect their own. But if it is our own people, he will say, no, this tenant that is paying me more than our people, he cannot vacate. Even if he's doing something wrong or doing something good, he cannot vacate. He will start defending you. But these people, they don't care. What I thought India is that about sort you pitch about. Mazi, I appreciate your broker. I appreciate you, Biafra. This is where we educate and enlighten people to know what is going on international. You see what happened in Ghana, Mazi? This is a typical example for our people to learn. I love that in Ghana people did, Mazi. Do you know why I say I love people to fight for their own nation, Mazi? There is a time you will be inside Nigeria, they will be killing you. No international community will report about it. They will be killing you. They will be maiming you. They will do you all of this. Nobody will fight for you. Ghana just passed a signal to our people that now you have to stand up and fight for your right, Mazi. We must get Biafra. All of us will die in that land, Mazi. I appreciate your broadcast, and I want to urge other radio like Mazi Aikritas. I've not heard about him for a while.
He has been
I
sick.
hope he's
He
fine.
has been sick, but
And I encourage Mazi Alodie. I encourage all of you, man, to keep doing the good work. Many people is now learning from what we are preaching in this radio, Biafra. Mazi, Biafra is our destination. No matter whatever. Our people, my contribution to your topic, sacrifice, is let all our people learn how to protect our own. Even if our people is wrong, protect our own. We are going to protect our own to get Biafra. Mazi, or Biafra.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Caller on signal, please hold on. Continue, hold on. Let me pick caller on direct line, please. Caller on direct line, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? No, it cut off. Then caller on signal, you can go on, please. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu. My name is Kisilos Zubo, calling from Morocco. What a great good news we hear from that, my brother Nkochim is here. You see, it's better than outside that kill me than Nigeria, where I say my country to kill me. Some fair. But you see, this is an example of some, at least, people that knows human rights. They take you to Togo, not to Nigeria. It's a good news. You see, and that's why you will stand for Biafra anywhere you are. I'm telling you, Nigerian passport is not a guarantee. Rather, that you are
the worst passport in this world. The worst.
The worst. The worst. My dear brother, when I entered Europe, I entered as an Liberian identity. I moved in 5 years with residence. Immediately they asked me to bring my country passport. My man in the court, hi. I don't know what to do. I still bring that passport. Immediately I bring that passport. That is where you see me today. Nigeria. Skill and bury. These people, they don't say sorry, and I haven't do. That's the mean. You see, look what Sheikh Gumi doing now. You see, even though he go to the military, like this open grazing, you see how they are defending their people. Even challenging Governor Autumn. Okay, since you don't want the open grazing, no farm, no open grazing. Yeah, we live here, no chop. You see, they want to put confusion. Why? Because we are trained by one way. You know what that one way is? So nothing can bring you and them together in never. I'm telling you the rest. It can never become nothing. Nothing we do to them will become, they will appreciate you. Rather than to do what dominates you. And now our own Eastern governors, as they bring them, they bring the one that is doing bank fraud in America, call it Mobiano. Now bring the 419. They bring those people don't know about leading. Even public, just they are serving, they are remaining served. That who is that their master is sinful and there. Do do whatever you want to do. But in their own, they are holding themselves mental, strong, pushing, dominating both politically, dominating both radically. Every corner you will see these people appointing, my dear. And in our own east, if somebody will see a bad road, he bring his own tipper to fill it and make it good. They will come and tell him, get out there, he's from federal government. He have no right. He went to Aba, come no way. You go to Imo State.
You saw people, my brother, in Aba, you see people swimming in passing. Sometimes I don't know. I say people, men and women, entering into water that reaches almost their chest, passing as road. Chineke.
Brother. And some people feel that it's nothing. It's something.
Many of them think that it's normal. They will be laughing about it. That is the worst part of it, honestly. In a dirty water, they will catch disease and tomorrow they will be sick and their pastor will tell them that it is their brother or their kinsman that is killing them. That is the saddest part of it. Now, here in the area, say, Biafra, let Biafra come. We will start the intoxicating people. That is the Nigerianizing people's brain, honestly, because our MBC go our brain. We think that all these things are normal thing. You say people, no one that quagmire, na that poto na tankwobi na mo. Ina sin na ndi awokwa ade human being at all. My brother, go on, please, and summarize.
Okay, sir. Now, do you see that now going to market every election campaign now is now our traditional? You see? And now I can never blame those owners of that shop because if they by biting and informant, that is why people nobody want to kill himself just like that. You see, that's why you see people. And that thing now is something abomination is now a traditional to our midst because of what? There is no other alternative to go out from there. My dear brother, your word is okay. I don't want to let others talk. It's okay. God bless you. Thank you. Keep it on. All of you are one. Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Bless. Thank you. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Thank you for holding on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mazi Jonathan.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, I can hear you, Mazi Jonathan. They were not in Arono Biafra. They were and make a level in there. Ununchala on the media, then they do in Jama and make a loan in there. Because I know Emeka Amoke. From location from Caribbean.
There were.
Yeah. I make a Manucha now. I make a onion drawing. I make very a paroma. No, after we do. What if I get me? Mazi Jonathan, these are our people, they don't have common sense. Some of our people don't have common sense. With people, we are telling them, hey, stop this flanny cow, stop eating flanny cow. All those flanny are poisonous. You know, these people, they don't understand. If you are telling them, they think, hey, this man don't know what he's saying. This. Why cow meat is killing you people there? You know?
Mazi, are you still there? Mazi, are you still there? What is happening? No, I don't know. I don't think. We must continue, and we are gradually inching closer to today's program. I don't know what happened to our brother that called, and after he said He just cut off like that. Caller, I have a caller. A caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Welcome to the program. Please go on.
Yes. I'm calling from my location, precisely Delta. I remain Mazi, Eze. And in fact, the topic you raised this evening is quite an interesting one. And I think our people should reinvigorate themselves, because there is no way somebody can be suffering and smiling at the same time. But the major problem here is that because it is because this our so-called political leaders. No, if any never me, I'm a fine putting. Amen. But it is a time has come again making it. Kaza chaka no bodai. Makana if I'm a kwalundi ugu inanya many of them. Onye zuzwe. The youths, the people, are they taking lightly with them? I recall only one senator just last year. Because I feel that so where that courage another thing. Because all the very bad. Okay, for instance, now given a Delta State, one of our principal officers, actually for 2 weeks now, in the name of Ekene, Mazi, Ekene, and Eje gonna ebendu woji edebele ofaka I had an way bring money with go. But meanwhile, there is nothing that they can hold or place on ground that this is the crime of this man. So it becomes something, but now most of the time they get away with it. The next time they will come back. Makiri, if we relate it to what the Gumi, that terrorist, is talking about, that we must. They must, or we must live together. They have gotten an orientation, okay, and they want to use every available power to make sure that it happens with the help of our people. Okay, Mazi, let me digress a little. You know, we took a very practical step to check the influx of these people. For instance, now in this Delta State. In Asaba alone, we take count of 10,000 people in the morning. We see them, strategically, many junctions, many strategic places with cutlasses and shovels. Apart from those that, are in the entire, even within the town, but I'm telling you of strategic junctions. In Asaba alone, you have them. I'm not talking of other villages. We are still taking records of them. And nobody says anything. The governor is okay with it. You don't even ask, where is these people coming from? What is their mission?
With cutlass and shovels, these are weapons. Primary weapons.
Are weapons. You can imagine, where these 10,000 men go into the street in the night, they will take off everybody. Of course, with the help of the police. But nobody says anything. Meanwhile, we have been surrounded even to our doorsteps. These are apart from the ones that are get men to all the big men. These are the ones that are, security men to many shop owners
and other places like even Biafra. Their eyes is on us. And yet our people are so complacent, so relaxed. So my take una, they will not understand what we are talking about. We are really yet he's sheepishly going up and down. They walk one Nigeria. What is one Nigeria? What can one Nigeria change in this situation we are? Maybe because they are using the horse whip, and so everybody is afraid. But thank God for a leader, thank God for IPOB. Because we never give up on this fight until the last man standing. So our people should rise up. Yes, many have died. And of course, we must make sure that we get to the finishing point. That is brevity. So sacrifice should be made. We continue making. But I also remember that we must not allow our detractors to do or to take center stage. Otherwise, they may be alive just like what all these animals, governors are doing. Today, Obiano is now saying, no, he's going to close all the banks that will not be open on the sit-at-home day. And you look at such a human being as somebody who calls himself an intellectual. You are threatening the traders who hold the commerce, of the state. Somebody said, I will not open for business today for my convenience. And the sitting governor, because he was threatened by Asoro, is threatening his own people, his citizens that is supposed to protect themselves, that he will close down their business. It is absurd.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, sir. So we must make sure, let us cleanse our land. It is more than enough time we have to do that.
Well, thank you, my brother. It's very sad indeed. It's very sad. Caller on signal, welcome to the program. You're going to be the last caller, please. Start by telling us your name and where you're calling from, if you may.
Yes, thank you very much, my brother Jonathan. My name is Ifan Chukuma Dabuchi, and I'm calling you from the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Thank you for picking my call this night. And before I continue, my brother, thank you very much for letting us know that Ike Peters is better, because my mind told me that it could be such a case that is.
It's okay. I spoke with him directly today. Honestly, it's okay.
Yes, that's why I'm thanking you for letting me. Have been telling me that he must be sick, and then my mind didn't. Deceive me because not only me. Thank you very much. So, what your topic of your submission tonight is about sacrifice that we need to know and do to get what we nation, to get our freedom and live like human beings and live in our land, our homeland, because that is the best you can get. That is where you become your best in your own land. But where I go, homeland, Biafra is the ultimate. So now our prince, governors, senators, Namani said his own today. All of them, our political class, are at the cost of sit at home that we are doing. But these people must tell us, they must tell Biafrans, the cost of Fulani, Nigerian chokehold, and the emasculation of Biafrans and our land. They must tell us the cost. Then we square the cost. We do the statistics. We know the human and cost and economic cost. Because these people are so much blinded by their stomach infrastructure politics. They play all my life. Nobody's thinking about that. People, nobody's caring that men are running away from our land. What they know is the next election to continue to take money from the zoo government. They never think about people. Where are these people from? Are they the crop of my father? Are they from the same gene as my fathers? So what I'm saying is that they must tell us, because we're not doing it at home because we want to punish our people or show that we can punish our people. Sit at home for us is a means to an end. And what is that end? Is freedom. And then what is the cost of freedom? What is the worth of freedom? I don't know. These people are not thinking. These people again, I must be repeating. These people again are seeing what is happening in across Nigeria, and by the same race, by the same people, the Fulani. And these people are not thinking. What is our portion? What is our life? What will our life be like?
You know what is baffling to me? Like I said the other day, I played the clip of Dave Omai saying that we are praying that God will give us a very good leader, another good leader like Buhari. He is the only person that is shower praises like this. It is only Igbo politicians. What is sometimes I try to imagine myself in a worst case scenario, imagining if it is me, how will I act if I'm in their shoes? Can I see myself acting like them? I start thinking some things absurd. I say, what is in the mind of these people? What are these people seeing that we are not seeing? That makes them. They are the only people that are praising our killers. All other ethnicities, all other governors of every other, they are shouting. It's only these people that are praising. I cannot understand. It is beyond our understanding. I'm telling you, because sometimes I say, there is something they know that we didn't know. What is that? I continue cracking my brain. Why is it only them that they don't? Obiano said he embraced Mietiala as part of his government. Whereas even middle betters, they are shouting. Duduwa people, they are against Mietiala. They know it's a terrorist group, terrorist organization. But our own people are the ones embracing them. Sometimes I'm saying, what is happening? Is it that these people are no more sane? Go on, my brother, please.
Yeah, they are groveling. They are on their knees. They are crawling. If you see the woman, he's saying that only what he's aiming is maybe they'll make him vice president. He's not minding that these people are dying. Only Igbo people give their killers trophies. You see what happened when the reject, the impostor came to Imo State. Our people cannot help to give him our offer. They could not help themselves to give him another trophy. Meanwhile, Obiozo, the head of Ohaneze, President General of Ohaneze, gave Army General a trophy for killing his people. Because they said that they brought a peace in Igbo land or in the Southeast. It's nothing like bringing peace, because when you are knocking off young men, timing them whatever they are not, and then somebody will give you a trophy for that, that person is stark, driven, mad, really mad. But posterity and Biafrans will judge them up, I hope sooner than later. You see? Because these Fulanis are hell-bent. They are scheming and then conquer us in the process. Now, Ruga, my brother, please, apart from that, I'm speaking in the air. You can read members of US. We have to make work of this. That these people are remodeling Ruga, because they are remodeling Ruga. Ruga is now, they want to turn it farm settlement. They want to turn it agricultural extension, just trying to make it palatable to our people, to sell it to our people. These names are not... Yes, you have to make it sellable to the people. Meanwhile, these things are not anything less than a cattle colony. It's not anything less than grazing reserves. Meanwhile, these people have close to 500 grazing reserves in the north, with dams, with rivers, with amenities. Why can't the federal government, if they are sincere, why can't the Fulani government, if they are genuine, go to those existing reserves? If they are missing anything, if somebody was telling us that the grass that is growing there is no more good quality, it is sour grass. Now they're coming to the south to eat the juicy, plumy grasses. Those juicy, plumy grasses are maize and cassavas in our farms. Why can't they go to those reserve 500 or more or less reserves in the north, make it anything, water it, make irrigation if the water is right, make it rivers or from the dams they have to water it. Then they will have a massive land to and make it more water it, so that the grass there will grow, animal will eat, and then grow there. If we want, we order, they bring them to us. Why, if they are not looking to conquer us, if they are not playing tricks? Oh, thank God, thank QPSK Biafra for the bringing of Nnamdi Kanu that busted their game. We know their numbers now. They cannot take Biafra land. You see, Sheikh Gumi was so affront. He was so gutsy to tell us that these people are not. These people are the people who have been killing Nigerians, who have been killing Biafrans, killing Oduduwas, killing the Middle Belters, South Kaduna, and the rest of the place. But Sheikh Gumi came in full face and bare face and told us that these people are not going anywhere. These terrorists, you see, bandits, they are not going anywhere. Which Biafran clergyman or politician can come and say, IPOB are here to stay and Biafrans are here to stay. Biafra is our name. It's not a crime. They cannot say it. But a man is fighting for terrorists because even the Kotos say that bandits are terrorists. They're not. There's nothing different between them and us. For them in open, and federal governments cannot even question him. Thank you, my brother. Let's leave it at that. Thank you for the time you have given me. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you. Caller on WhatsApp, I just speak to you. Please, I give you 3 minutes to the maximum to make your point because I'm on the verge of closing. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Nathan, good evening, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Good evening, all my able leaders. Good evening to Mazi Namdekanya. Wherever is my God continues. Mazi, I've been trying to eat for a very long time. I'll call you sometime. It's telling me I want to talk privately, and I've not gotten any information from you. And it's very, very important because the next thing about this struggle is support the EFN. That is the major thing. As far as we have men on them, we should try much possible as anyhow we can to support them. That is a very, very important thing. Because all of us know how much it costs just to feed one person. Talk more to equip one person. So I don't know, this supporting of ESN to be our very, very, because we are talking about creating a country, and to create that country, we need support. It's very, very important. And I know there are some other people that want to support, but they don't know how to support. I have a friend that always disturbs me. How to support. We are in Nigeria, and this is the country that we are. It's very, very difficult, and one has to be careful. And the other thing to talk about, Mazi, is about our IPOB community. We should try as much as possible to be advertising it, because many people have it on their phone, they don't even listen to it. Many people even think that as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been kidnapped by the Nigerian government, that this struggle have closed. That is what many people believe. One of my friends told me they have been saying Biafra, now that they have kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, that nobody is talking about him again. I told him no, that people are on the ground working. People are working. Many things are happening. These people are hearing about somebody that's enforcing it. It is people that is making it to work. It is people that are saying it. So it's working. So this IPOB community radio, at least for those people that have Android phones, I know many people have it. And when they remove this app from the Play Store before, I know how many people I sent it to. And I've been encouraging them that if you go to social media or Facebook and see any IPOB radio is live on air now, or any program you are seeing, once you leave the social media, go to the app, you will hear them talking there. It's very, very cheap. I listen to this radio, this app, from morning to night with my Bluetooth earpiece. It's in my ear, one ear. And I'm doing my work, I'm studying my books, I'm doing my business. But I'm still listening to the program. I told one guy that they were doing best song for I think that is BMI, that's Biafran Music Industry. He said, yeah, wow, so Biafra used to sing. So I tell him that yes. You understand, when you come here, the song they used to play in FM, all those things, you have people playing it, you have people doing all these things. So we should try as much as possible to listen to this IPOB, because now they cannot say, this is the only place you hear the truth and nothing but the truth. This is the only place you will listen to. And about the program today, about the eating of meat, even the people that we to imitate, they have told us that red meat is bad for the body. They will tell us that it is bad, we will not do. We will follow them till we fall inside the game. Even the one that tell us not to fall, we will still fall. This red meat of the thing is not good for the body. They have pronounced it many times, but still, we are promoting this plan. Why wouldn't they fight for it? It's just like for you to cut an Igbo man when he's cooking. So what agree? That's the same thing like you saying you should not eat any meat. It is bad for your body. We should stop eating it. Goat meat is better. Chicken is better. There are many things that we can use to survive. But see, if you need people who must still eat this goat meat. I don't know why our people are behaving like this.
Thank you,
Mazi, the reason I just spread and calling all the time is to make sure that at least if I can have a private talk with you at least to know how.
I have many calls but I would love it if you write a message. Now it will be just write a message.
I've chatted you many times. I've been trying every time almost end of the program. I'll try to, but I know that people are busy.
Okay, try to do that again, please, and I'll see it. Because I tell you, I have many numbers. Many numbers. You cannot distinguish them. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you.
Another thing, there's a program they did yesterday about these women that did program yesterday about the type of comparison between the Fulani and us. If you watch